love using those characters, so welcome, one and all, to another Savage Cinema Saturday. This time, we're back to the Weird West for a bit of Deadlands. What I'm looking for. Right! Let's get the blurb on the road. Running late myself, so everything's going to be as screwed up as always. So, well, actually, the person who did the conversion is actually sitting here. So if you want to complain about missing Bo, he's probably got the PDF. I don't. He can tell you if he missed it off or not. But anyway, so thunder on the mountain apparently. So okay, yeah, I know all that bit. What do you know? Oh yes. Deadwood is in dire straits. Seth Bullock has asked you, the members of the Twilight Legion, for help, and you've been summoned from the surrounding area. You haven't necessarily worked together before. When we join our intrepid posse, they're on the stage from Rapid City to Deadwood. 2 days ago, you received a telegram from the Twilight Legion asking you to head to Deadwood, Dakota Territory as fast as possible. You boarded a train that day that's an interesting typo I found there. Arrived in Rapid City this afternoon. Now it's just before dark and pouring with rain. Is it? Okay. Pouring rain, but fortunately you didn't have to wait long. The Deadwood stage arrived about an hour ago. The driver spots you and a few other adventurous types and summons you out. You're sure your travelling companions are members of the Legion. The driver jumps down off the stagecoach and opens the door with a polite nod. A rough-looking woman with a barely concealed Gatling shotgun studies you from the passenger seat. She nods at you from beneath a rain-soaked slouch hat and spits a wad of tobacco into the mud near your feet. The driver helps you into the stage, giving you the secret sign of the Twilight Legion as you step inside. Evening, friends. No time for small talk. I'm afraid the measure is miserable, and we need to get started right away. If you've got animals stabled in Rapid City, I'll have them sent for as soon as possible. Right now, Marshal Bullock's in a powerful hurry for help. And with the roads flooded, my team's your best bet to make it up the mountain. The driver pulls his coat off toward the rain and climbs up into the seat and whips the reins. And you're on your way to Deadwood.
Are you streaming?
Nice.
I am.
So that means we can't use the standard Deadwood cuss words.
Are you sure you're streaming?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw that show. There was one that they drop all the time.
Indeed. Apparently they actually had to update the swear words, didn't they? Because if they actually used historical swear words, we'd apparently be found quite funny.
Yeah, they didn't land as the same.
No. So, anyway.
Because they were more blasphemous than...
Indeed. Okay, so assuming all of you bungle into the coach, it's a long, bumpy and wet ride through the dark. And now's a good time to introduce yourselves. And it looks like we're starting with Black Jack.
Black Jack doesn't say anything as he gets into the coach. And he sits in the corner. He looks kind of disgruntled. And he tips his hat down and takes his seat.
Okay. Angry Bear?
Angry Bear is your typical Sioux warrior. He's fairly quiet. He gets in and kind of scans the crowd and finds a nice quiet corner to sit in, because all you white folk have got all this weird tech stuff going on. It's just too weird.
Indeed. And that brings us to Isaac. Very much.
How y'all doing?
Is
We
that what we
ride
get?
into danger. I think we all should say our thanks to gods. Whatever gods you may have. And he looks over at Bear. And know that although I'll fight alongside you, I'm not too keen on killing.
Thank you very much. That brings us to Red.
Well, I'm Red, and the good preacher man may be not too keen on killing, but it's kept me alive these low on these last few years. So anybody who chooses to give me grief will feel the blow of my my guns.
Well, ma'am, I'm not here to give you grief. There's only one person that does that, and you need to get right with him, not with me.
The game master?
I like that. I'll give you some bennies for that one. No sound
Well,
effects.
Mr.
That's
Preacher
interesting.
Man, all I can say is, you put your faith in your book. I put my faith in my gun. And we'll just leave her at that, shall we? And I tip my hat down and make like I'm sleeping, but look at everybody and try to suss what I think about each person.
No problem. I've just noticed. I thought I turned some. Yeah, I've turned it on. That shouldn't have. That's interesting. I found an interesting bug. Okay, sorry. Over to you, Sally. I'm going to reset Benny's and then give you an extra 2. Something weird's going on over here. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm Sally. I grew up on my daddy's ranch, and then I narrow my eyes and I look at the driver and I go, "You said if we had horses, you better get Coda. I have him stabled in Rapid City." And then I pause and like I'm thinking about it. I goes, "And does that mean when we get to this here mountain, we're going to be expected to walk?" I mean, looking at the preacher, if God had meant for us to walk, he wouldn't have given us horses. Now that's some bullshit.
Right. Okay. That's all good. Thank you very much. And that last but no means least is Shane West, apparently.
Good day, everybody. I'm Shane. He says this as he's shuffling his cards and flipping them over in his fingers. But I'm here for support. Looks like we have ourselves a little bit of a problem we have to deal with. Just know I got your back.
Sounds.
Together. Jack says. By the way, I probably should have mentioned that Jack has a kind of gray skin tone. Does he smell? Does he smell?
It depends how much. It depends if you've drunk anything lately, alcohol-wise. If you've drunk any alcohol, then you stink of alcohol. If you haven't drunk any alcohol, then you smell of rotting meat.
Oh, then he smells all the time. Okay, the stagecoach's getting a little busy. Sorry about that. Not Jack isn't sorry though.
Yes, if anyone wants to make an occult roll on observations of Blackjack, I obviously as players you can probably guess, but your characters may or may not guess. On occult roll will obviously confirm your suspicions about Blackjack and his state of breathing.
No. You smell like dead skunk.
He obviously just exactly. He's obviously so anyway, as I say, it's the stagecoach is.
He was the second one in the stagecoach, so nobody knows who smells like that. Could be anybody.
Oh, okay. I'll concede that. I'll concede that could be fairly argued.
Whoever denied it supplied it.
Indeed.
Well, Shane seems to have an idea. He just.
You smell the Celtic?
Yeah.
Right. Just realised you can't hear the sound effects, so let's put the sound effects on. As the stagecoach is riding up through the Dakota Hills, in fact, so you're slap back. Deadwood lies slap bang in the middle of the Sioux Nations, which obviously Angry Bear will know is that the Sioux followed the old ways, and the rest of you might find out if things happen. But basically, right now you're in the middle. You haven't until you reach Deadwood. You're in the Sioux Nations. There's an agreement between Deadwood and the Sioux Nations, but right now, the land you're traveling through is very much bound by the laws of the old ways. Well, may or may not mean stuff to you, which is fine. You'll find out. It should also be pointed out that the shadows look every time the lightning flashes. The shadows are outside have a very eerie nature to them. They don't exactly look just like the trees you see every now and again. You can't help but think some of those shadows have faces in them staring at you, or maybe claws reaching out. But then obviously, as the lightning, it's only in the brief flash of lightning you see that, where it is very dark outside. But anyway, as you're going along, you can hear from the shouting over the storms up above. You're able to deduce that the driver is one Charlie Utter, and the lady riding shotgun seems to go by the name of Calamity. One point she sticks her head down and from above, so staring at all of you upside down, holding her hat firmly on her head, she shouts, "You know, there's a real hoodoo in this world, and we're in the thick of it. Storm started a week ago and ain't let up since. The Sioux say something's riled the Thunderbirds and they're about to wake. Don't know about that, but all kinds of strange stuff has been happening since the storms came. Rain stranger than usual. People going missing, some kind of being stalking around the outskirts of town at night, snatching up stragglers." I probably haven't put that one on there. There we go. "We've taken to gathering at a few of the larger public houses on Main Street till this gets sorted out. Safety in numbers, you know, and firepower." The rider grips her Gatling shotgun and smiles through tobacco-stained teeth, and then sort of basically pulls herself back up onto the top of the coach. An hour or so later of travelling through, where you're obviously getting to know each other, Charlie leans down and yells, "Just a few more minutes to Deadwood if the road holds." A moment later, however, the stage comes to a jarring halt. Charlie and Jane discuss something unheard and then both jump down. Jane rushes ahead while Charlie appears in the window to explain. "Looks like a wagon stuck in the mud ahead. Me and Jane are going to help them. Just sit tight. We shouldn't take long." Off they go.
Jack gets out of the stagecoach and starts silently and starts following them to whatever's obstructing the road.
But as you look out of the coaches to get down, you can see about 50 feet ahead a wagon. Basically, Jane and Charlie are stomping through the mud. The entire scene is barely visible in the occasional flash of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
On the Deadwood side,
you mean Calamity and Charlie.
Calamity.
We don't know her name is Jane.
On the right-hand side of the Deadwood stage is thick forest, sloping up into the Black Hills. It continues down the left slope, suddenly with spiky dead trees downcast us. As I say, you're about to step outside, Blackjack, but at the moment you've just leaned out to look, and before you open the door, I shall read the following. There's an odd sensation. You felt storms before, felt the electricity build up until it discharges in a definite strike of thunder and lightning. You feel that surge now. Despite the moisture, the hairs on the back of your arms stand straight as aspens.
I politely shut the door behind me.
Lightning strikes and thunder... Hang on, I'm finished. Lightning strikes and thunder roars somewhere up the mountain. You hear a rolling, cascading boom as it echoes off the slopes. And then it's dead silent for a moment. You hear nothing. I've lost my phrase. You hear nothing but the patter of rain on the top of the coach. A distant owl calls in the night. And
Jack
then...
shuts the stage... Oh. On my side or the back or the other side?
So you hear?
On top?
On
top? If I hear
on
the
top
knock,
of on top of the stagecoach, yeah.
Is it an owl?
Just the three slow, deliberate knocks. He doesn't do that many times. I'm just doing it for the effect. Something
Okay,
heavy knocks on the top. 3 slow, deliberate knocks. Eventually, a
What does Jack
wet, wrinkled hand with unnaturally long fingers reaches down and taps on the glass.
What does Jack see?
Just that. A hand with unnaturally long fingers taps on the glass.
Have I gotten out of the stagecoach yet?
No, not yet. You can if you want to.
Oh.
Who is closest to
Ooh, that's a
that
good point.
side of the coach?
What color is the skin?
You can't tell in the dark. It says a wet, wrinkled hand with unnaturally long fingers. It doesn't tell me.
Well, if it's on Jack's side of the stagecoach, he opens the door and gets out.
It's okay. You want to get out? I'm going to say, for sake of ease, Blackjack, Angry Bear, Isaac are sitting on one side of the stagecoach facing Red, Sally, and Shane West. It's just the easiest way to do it, isn't it? Left or right along the top. Assuming you guys see it the same way as me.
And on seeing the hand, Sally checks her rifle, lays it across her lap, and makes sure there's a chamber around in the chamber.
No problem at all. So let's say we're going to put Sally there in the middle of the coach. You're not all going to fit in, but that's okay. We'll have you overlapping.
Aren't the seats usually the front and the back, and then the doors would be to the left and the right?
That's what I said.
Okay, so which door has the knocking, and is that Jack's corner or is that somebody else's corner?
Just give me a second. You'll
Okay.
see.
Yeah, some of the
Just
stagecoaches only have
Gonna
one
put
door.
down the map.
Let me finish sorting out the map. Yes.
That's right.
Stagecoaches only have one door. Is that what you just said?
Some of them
No,
do.
they usually have one on each side.
There you go. And answer your
And
question.
which side is the hand knocking on?
The hand is knocking on the side that Shane and Isaac are sitting.
Okay.
Bastards.
That's just
Well,
now to
Jack
after I
still-
laid you up.
Jack still gets out, and he politely shuts the door behind him, keeping the stench inside, so nobody can tell where it's coming from.
Actually, Angry Bear's going to get out with Jack.
Well, by all means, you can move yourselves. The map is there.
Is this hand blocking the door or just tapping on the door?
Oh, no, it just tapped on the door. The hand withdraws the second the door's opened.
All right.
It was obviously on the roof.
Is the hand attached to a person? These are
Well,
the things you need to ask when you're in Deadlands.
at the end of the day, don't forget, from a lighting perspective, it's darker than it is. But if I actually make it dark, then you don't get the lightning flashes on the map, which is a bit weird. So bear in mind, it's very dark. But as you get out, if you look up on the roof, you can't see anything up on the roof of the stage other than the fact that your luggage and stuff was put up on the roof.
All right. Shane says, "Preacher, looks like we could use some of your prayers here." Something's not right. All right, he's gonna
Calamity's.
step out.
Anyone who
Calamity's
anyone who steps outside can make a notice check.
Calamity is is going down the road, but he's keeping his eyes on the coach, like he's literally walking backwards by the end of it, to figure out, where that hand came from.
Indeed.
And
Isaac's
Novice.
the only one who sees in the dark.
And you see in the dark.
No, I think I do too. Apparently,
Well, Shane is squinting, looking, being blinded by
Dark
the flashes of
illumination.
light. Eyes can't adjust to the darkness.
That's okay. I just need to.
why does
there we
it
go.
say?
Right.
Where do I? Oh, the illumination is dark, so I do not see in the dark. Apparently, sorry, I thought that was some
Wait,
special.
how can I see in the dark?
You rolled real good.
No, that was Jack,
Blackjack.
not Isaac.
You just rolled really good. Your dice exploded. Obviously,
Not
Isaac
Blackjack.
noticed that. Oh no, you didn't. Sorry, I saw the 6. Oh, ignore me.
getting
Sorry, it's just
confused.
Blackjack. Yes, sorry, just Blackjack sees it. But Blackjack, you see 3 figures on top of the coach. See what they look like. It looks like they appear to be the figures on top of the coach. Seems to be going through the stuff up on the top of the coach. They appear to be 4 foot tall humanoids with oversized heads. They appear hunched over. Skin is a mottled blackish grey. They seem to have solid black eyes, as large as saucers. Their hands only have 3 digits, but they all end in vicious claws. It should probably be pointed out that the tokens are darn sight less scary than the monster description, but that's because I'm using the tokens from Holler, because I had tokens for these creatures in Holler.
Jack wants to go for a headshot on one of them.
Well, that's all good.
And if it gives me a better shot, I'll get closer to the stagecoach again. I'm not sure how that works. Let's see.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
I think I'm plenty close now, I think.
Well, go on then. If you're going to shoot one, go for it. Where's Jack?
Okay. Do I need?
Blackjack.
I have nothing to target. Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna make it visible in a sec. I'm just working out which one the one you can target.
What is the? You just put a +1 in my thing. What's the penalty for headshot?
It's if you're doing a headshot, it's -4.
And do I literally have a +1 right now for some reason?
I can't put modifiers in your box.
Okay. Well, I don't know why
You know
I have
what I
a
mean.
+1.
Not without your permission.
And I can't modify my box apparently.
Middle mouse button.
No, sorry.
Middle.
No. User error. There we go.
Okay.
ID 10.
Okay. Here we go.
-4 if you want to do a cold shot to the head.
Pepcac.
Heaven shit.
So you
Did I roll
miss.
7? No, I didn't. No, pretty sure I didn't.
-10. My goodness.
There we go. It was a hit.
Yeah, but you didn't put the cold shot on that time, so you rolled a 0.
Oh. So I rolled a 0. I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
-4.
-4 because it's dark. -4.
-10? Holy crap. Oh, I didn't see that part.
What's the old ways do for you?
The old
You're in
ways.
Sioux territory.
You're in Sioux territory. Remember, I said the old ways rule here.
Okay,
And he
I'll give
fired
it
a
one more
gun.
shot.
He fired a gun in the Sioux territory, and the old ways don't like modern equipment.
Oh, crap.
No.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Where's the hindrance? I need to remind myself what happens here.
Oh, should I re-roll then?
No. That's a critical failure. You didn't crit fail. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So basically, there's something really weird going on. I mean, apart from the fact it's dark, there's something. Your gun isn't working properly. You can't work out what it is, but it isn't working properly. Okay. At which point, as you can imagine, the creatures on top of the stagecoach get very annoyed, hiss, and actively start reacting. At the same time, you realise there are more around the coach.
Oh, boy.
Shane
On
West, you're up
guard,
first.
surrounded. Say again?
Shane West, you're up first.
Okay, does Shane see anything? He missed his initial notice roll.
Well, no, they were hiding up on the coach before, but now after Blackjack fired his shot and he's antagonised these creatures in the lightning strikes, you can see his movement. However, it's still very dark, therefore the penalties for darkness will apply. But if you can see something on the map, that's what you see between lightning flashes.
Does Shane recognize any of these type of creatures since he's been around weird stuff before?
Well, actually, the first thing you can do is make a fear check at -2. Because they're scary.
Are we all supposed to do that?
You will all do it on your turn. Blackjack, I'm going to go with you. We're just reacting. But but now you see them properly staring up at you. You're a bit concerned. Okay,
Well,
that's a fail.
How much light does the glow power shed?
Well, the glow power will give you a bonus to hit them, won't it? If you put it on them.
I'd just like to point out
removes
there is a
some of the
regional
darkness
fear penalty as well.
All right. Well, his best roll is still. He is not happy. He's seen these things before, and it's putting a shiver through his spine.
I've forgotten what happens in Swade when he's fail this. Is it a fear? Is it the fear table nowadays? Isn't it? If you fail a fear check.
Yes.
Yeah, with the modifier being a plus instead of a minus.
Yeah, so at the start of the adventure, there's a regional fear check.
I know. I put it in as a global effect.
Yes, good. Just make sure.
Well, he says it there. Look, if you look at his spirit check somewhere, it should be on his. Oh, actually, yeah, you do actually have to do roll fear, don't you, rather than just make a spirit check. But that's okay.
We don't have cards, do we?
No. I'm evil when it comes to what. In Deadlands, I think adventure cards just make it too easy.
Yeah, so I think it's fear at -6 now, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, right. Okay, I did it right.
My God, this spittoon gets in the way.
How do we roll fear if we don't have? We just roll unskilled.
You type /roll fear.
/roll fear. Okay.
Yeah,
Or
because
it's a spirit roll.
Yeah, but the spirit roll won't put in the minus. Oh, it's not +6. It's only +4. It won't do the global fear check penalty, but that's fine.
Still 23. I think that's still a heart attack.
It's still at 23. Yeah,
-2.
that's all you need. Oh, actually, I think if you do that, I think that will do it correctly for you guys on your turn. Anyway, it looks like Shane West has a heart attack.
What? Shane.
He's so
Spend a penny,
overwhelmed with fear that you can't re-roll on the fear table.
No, he re-rolled his initial fear and it didn't work.
So you're so overwhelmed with fear, your heart stutters. You must make an immediate vigor check at -2. If successful, you're stunned. If you fail, you're incapacitated. Dying 2 useless rounds. This is as bad as my first ever con game where half the party incapacitated themselves. So yep, you're down.
Well, I'm going to Benny that one.
Yeah, you can, of course.
There you go.
There you go. Right, you're just stunned from a heart attack. Obviously, it wasn't a full-blown heart attack, but you're stunned.
All right, so his heart skips a beat.
Attack.
His heart skips a beat, adding a few more gray hairs to his collection.
Indeed. And you fall to the ground prone. Okay, Sally, you're up. Deadlands is harsh.
No, you don't. You got Shane last, right?
Shane's had a heart attack.
Yeah, and I realize there's something on the roof, and I can't see through the roof, but I have a Winchester.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to blast through the roof. Either scare whatever's off on there. If I get lucky, I'll hit something. I'll leave that to the GM to decide.
There's luggage on the roof.
Yeah, your gear's on the roof. Okay, you basically far through the roof, causing a big hole and letting the rainwater in.
And then I jump out. Out to see what the hell is going on with Shane.
Okay, jump out, and the first thing you jump out, and then you see something leering at you, and you get to make a fear check.
Is that the roll fear -2?
And it's the roll fear -2. Yes.
Which is slash.
Just do it without the apostrophe at the front. Apostrophe at the front, because I put that in, so it didn't roll a fear check for me.
Oh, you typed it in the thing, and now I can't find it.
Well, it's just there.
There I see it. I see it.
again.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. Basically, you need to type it. Yeah, that's it. Like that. There we go. Okay, Sally fails as well. Do you want to try another fear check? Oh, you're on fire. Let's see what happens to Sally. Okie dokie. Well, I think the classic there. Her ponytail turns white.
Well, that means that Shane's hair didn't turn white because he was trying to shift from a heart attack to hair color.
His chest hair
table.
turned white.
And Sully steps out and is instantly stunned. This is going brutally nastily. Isaac, you're up, sir.
Who
Do I need to make-
converted this
do-
thing?
Do I need to make a fear roll?
Yes, you do.
Deadlands was always deadly.
Do you? Oh dear, sir. I'm just. This is just. Oh, we've got a successful fear check.
Wow. Well done.
Clearly is a dark and stormy night.
Okay, now it's only one. Now it's only 1 on 6. Excellent.
Why does the -4?
Fear level
Oh, fear
minus
level
2,
four.
creature minus 2.
Gotcha. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Holy Symbol on
Okay.
everybody.
Okay.
And you're saying if I give them the glow power, it's not going to allow them to see. It's just going to make them easier to hit.
Yes. You have to cast the glow. You have to cast the glow power on enemies to make them easier to hit.
Okay.
But you need to be targeting the enemies, aren't you?
Targeting
us?
enemies to make
Yes.
them easier to hit.
That's
No,
what
no,
I
I
meant.
understand.
Yeah.
So I'm not adding glow to that.
Okay.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should target the enemies and add glow.
Target the enemies with Holy Symbol? No, I don't think so. Any supernatural creature, evil creature that wants to make a direct physical attack on the bearer of the symbol must make a spirit roll as a free action. It's especially good against vampires, but these aren't vampires. So I'm adding an area effect. I don't think I need. Is Blackjack in within a medium burst template?
Probably not. Well, put center one on yourself and have a look.
Jack yells, "Calamity, Charlie, we've got company."
That's a medium burst template.
Oh,
You can center it there to get everyone except
Yeah.
Blackjack.
yeah. So I'll drop him from the.
Blackjack is that one. There we go. Yep.
Yep. All right, and then
Jack is taking notes. What's that guy's name? Oh, Isaac.
You probably didn't want this cast on you anyway.
I didn't. I was wondering about that. Okay,
Well,
that's good to know.
you, the player, might have done, but Blackjack's Manitou probably would have been very upset.
Okay.
let me see here. Where are my powers? This is Holy Symbol.
What is my Manitou? Is that a spirit or?
Yeah, that's your animating spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why
You're dead.
is even at dark illumination that shouldn't apply, should it?
No, it shouldn't. That shouldn't apply. But you still rolled a 3.
What the fart? Oh,
Yay! Well done. Look at that.
we are far from God here
Oh, I like that.
in this land.
And let's keep it that way.
All right. So
Why
now
aren't they
I
working?
need to click on Holy Symbol, and that's.
Was that a
and
pity?
then-
Was that a pity, Benny? What was that?
The role playing, Benny.
Okay.
And then I'll spend 5 power points. Okay, that's it.
And now
Can
to
get more
test
complicated.
that the sound, I've now loaded the right sound effects pack. I need to give everyone a Benny. Yeah, now it's working. Okay,
Thank you for
Blackjack
the
is,
Benny.
Blackjack is up.
Let's see.
Oh, actually, you get another one because Lone Wolf just gave you all bennies. I didn't notice.
Nice.
Thank you, Lone Wolf.
Ammo, okay. Well, Blackjack is going to put his pistol away. He's going to walk back into the fray. And I think he'll walk over here. And he'll take out his knife and prepare for and wait in ready for anybody to attack him, for any of these creatures to attack him.
Gonna go defensive or?
No, not defensive. Just, can I get an opportunity attack if I'm ready for when they attack?
Nope.
No, that's a
Not
feat.
this-
No. Okay. Sure, I'll go
Not a
defensive
feat.
then.
What are they called in this game?
First strike.
First strike.
Then I'll just do. I will go defensive. Oh no! If I go defensive, I can't fight back. I guess I can't. Is there any?
No, you-
what do I do
if
to
you-
wait? Can I
can't
delay
fight
my
back
turn
anyway.
until they attack?
Yeah, you go
You
on
go on
hold. You
hold.
can go on hold, but that does mean you can't even move. So you have to go back to where you
Oh.
started and go on hold.
Well, that's fine. I'll just move and go on defensive because I'm too far away to be the first person they attack if I don't move.
Okay.
No.
Righty ho. So this one's literally going to. Well, good job you did. This one literally is going to jump down, land next to you.
Okay.
And first, no, you're not protected by holy symbols, so he just gets to claw you.
And what does defensive do?
+4 to your parry,
+4 to my parry. Okay.
so he misses.
Excellent. Okay. And I don't get to attack him back, right?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Right, spirit check. Successful spirit check.
Oh, do I need to do a fear roll since it's my turn? Or was
Yes, you do. Yes, you do need to do a fear roll. Let me put it back on you so you can do a fear roll.
Okay.
You failed.
I think I might. Oh no! Do I get a +2? No, I don't get a +2. I will Benny that. How do I Benny? Just maybe I can just drop it on the roll.
Just drop and then re-roll the type fear. Don't forget if you've got the Elan edge, you'll have to manually add a +2 for the re-roll, but you've got to have the Elan edge when rolling fear to get the +2. Right. Okay.
That was my last try.
Let's see what happens to you. You're distracted.
Okay. There we go. And then I think that guy already went.
He did. Right, so I'm going to move to this Tommy Knocker here. Who
Wasn't
is
there
gonna...
another Tommy Knockers? Oh no, there was
Yeah,
another
but that
Tommy
was
Knockers.
not last night, but the night before.
I need to
Tommy knockers
knocking at my door. Yep, I was just thinking that as well. Okay, let's it won't let me unlock. Let's unlock that. Then I can. No, I won't bother. What I will do instead is just do that, and then I can just do that.
I like the lightning effect. Very nice.
It's built into the the rain intensity levels. So if you put the rain intensity up in Fantasy Grounds high enough, it puts the lightning in. But if you make it night, the lightning doesn't show up. So that's a shame. Evil critters. Once invoked, any soon makes a direct physical attack. That's what I thought. Okay.
They're trying to avoid the strobe from the lightning.
I don't need to make a spirit check to shoot the creature.
Oh, they have guns? Yikes.
Hopefully
I'll
they
be
work
right
just
back.
as well for them.
I'll be right back.
Otherwise. Oh dear. Isaac gets shot at short range with a shotgun in the back.
What?
Don't the old ways work on their equipment as well?
It did, if you notice. They were that minus
I
5.
see it. You see
3
it now?
wounds? What the fuck?
I was fixated on the 18.
Are you kidding me? My rolls are not doing well.
You and me both.
If it's any
Switch my
constant.
dice.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I've just noticed something. Oh, I'm really annoyed. It's really broken. Right, I'm going to count them up manually. Shite. Okay, I was expecting it to work. So Blackjack used a Benny to reroll. Blackjack used a Benny to reroll. Okay. Shane Rest used a Benny to reroll. Shane Rest used a Benny to reroll. Isaac is using a Benny.
You didn't tell them what you're about to tell them.
Isaac's using a
It's
Benny.
very evil.
Isaac's using a Benny. I was about to say.
we can't
I was about to say.
reroll?
No, you can. I just about to say I don't have any bennies, but I've just realised I've got a lot of bennies now. Blackjack is using a Benny.
Yeah, so Kevin has decided he's going to use hard choices.
So
That's fine.
if we
Every
use a
penny we
penny,
spend, he
gets
gets.
it?
And when you spend a Benny, you give it to the GM.
Oh, that's
I,
nasty.
yeah, I haven't spent any bennies yet, but
But
That's
for
really nasty.
but for the record, I'm not going to do that because it's broken. And I forgot to tell you because I was so fixated on it broken. So I will just give myself, I'll be nice and just give myself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bennies like I should have because I wanted to test hard choices because it's been added in and it doesn't work. So
It doesn't
I'm
work.
just
I
good.
was just I noticed you switched on. I was watching. I've been counting
Yeah.
as well, thinking that doesn't feel right.
It's not working.
It
So
should be- it should be
no,
kept-
I'll be honest. I'm going to use hard choices in Deadlands. If they fix it, I'm going to use hard choices in Deadlands Hell on Earth because then you can have as many bennies as you like. Anyway, it looks.
Yeah.
Evil.
So does it work
Do I
for?
understand
Does it
right?
work in
You're gonna-
reverse?
No,
Ah,
you're going to be
well, that's not hard
running-
choices.
You're going to be writing Deadlands.
Hard choices for the players.
yeah. The whole idea of hard choices is every time you spend a Benny, the GM gets it. That's the idea. He doesn't start with any bennies though. That's the difference.
That's the way it used to work in Deadlands.
I'm gonna
Yes.
take back.
Original one.
I'm
Yeah.
taking back all my Benny spending.
Don't worry, I've just given myself 6. Okay, so Isaac, I'm afraid, is propelled, shot in the back, and slams into the stagecoach, and is bleeding profusely. And yet again, it's constant all the time. And so all this is going on. All you hear in the distance again is that owl. Angry Bear, you're up. I need a fear check from you.
I need to look up my pacifist hindrance.
I think you're allowed to, unless it's major, you're allowed to attack supernatural creatures. Are you re-rolling? Yes, you are. Oh no, he's just going to roll. You forgot to put the +2 on that. So
+4, isn't it? I
Yeah, it's
just developed
+4.
Major phobia. Or no,
you didn't-
+4.
you got-
I just had a heart attack.
you just had a heart attack.
Oh man.
Make a check.
Wow.
It's truly dark and stormy
yeah.
night.
Deadlands is evil. Okay, you're incapacitated on a fail.
No. Oh,
Oh no.
Every day is a good day to die.
Deadlands is evil.
Deadlands is very evil.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I fall on the floor. I'm dying.
Well, this is going to be a short one shot.
It's going to be a very short run shot, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an effect on called Death and set it that it will occur in, oh, you'll know anyway, 7 rounds.
Does well.
So Yes.
I thought one shot referred to the length of the
Campaign, not the number of
Not how
encounters.
how easy it is to take us out.
Not that you only live to do one shot each. Yes, I agree. I realised where you were going with that, and I'm going to warn Benny because that's brilliant.
You know that Doss is running a stopwatch to see how fast he can execute us.
It has to be said, the only Deadlands is in all the years of running games, and it's only happened twice, and it's both times been the same adventure, and it is a Deadlands that I've always got TPKs on. But it is Night Train. But it is Night Train.
We're complaining.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm stating Deadlands is I've only ever got TPKs in Deadlands. Yeah, but have you played Night Train? 30 Nosferatu, you need to do a -6 to kill each one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Night Train's awful.
Yeah,
And then a mummy at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just brutal.
Hey, Red, you're up. Everyone's dropping like flies.
This one to his kill list.
Yes, I noticed, and I will make some joke utilizing the gallows humor to roll my taunt instead of my fear, or my spirit instead of the fear check. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's very good. Yes, you most certainly can.
And let's just hope I get a raise. I do that by rolling taunt. How would I do that for the fear check, though? Be slash
I will point out that your taunt and your spirit are the same, but yeah, you just make a taunt roll at -4.
-4.
Yeah. But the fear roll would have been at -4 as well, so do you know what I mean? I must admit, actually, in future, if we have to do another fear check, we have to I'll remember that you have gallows humor because you go first in the future. I forgot that because if you do really well, you give a bonus to everyone else. So make your taunt check.
I'm willing to take my bonus belatedly.
All right, how do I Benny that? Or can I Benny that?
Yes, you can.
Well, but would taunt actually is the -4 because of the lighting? Would taunt actually be affected by that?
The -4 is because of the fear level of 4 at -2, and the Tommy knockers having a fear of -2 themselves.
Okay.
Come on, Red, don't go dark on us.
And no heart attacks.
Yeah, no, just roll your taunt again.
This is a lot of suspense.
It is. It's good, isn't it? Oh,
nice. Come on.
Oh!
The one thing.
Red, what were you thinking?
Okay.
I was thinking if I use the taunt, I get a chance to help everybody else instead of just myself.
Do you want to roll again, or do you want to save your bennies?
What are you saving for?
I'll roll again.
Go for it. As long as you don't.
Are you literally getting a Benny every time we spend a Benny now?
No,
he's not.
No,
I'm not. It's not working, so I'm not going to do it. And I forgot to tell you before the game started, which is my own fault.
That sounds vicious.
It is.
I thought for one shot, it's not too bad, but ugh.
Oh, for God's sake.
-4 is killing you.
Everybody would want to be the GM under that condition.
Yeah, I almost ran it for my Weird Wars campaign, but it seemed too evil considering how new my players are.
Okay, Red lost her mojo. She almost had mojo. Oh, wait.
Come on. Red.
Give yourself a /roll fear +2 instead of -2, and hopefully he won't notice. Or whatever. Actually, it's taunt.
Oh, it's another 6. Yeah.
Ooh! Mojo! Well done.
Right. Okay.
Good, Benny.
Very good, Benny. So red is completely unfazed.
Not all bennies are created equal.
So what I'm going to do is, because certain people, let's have a look at, I think it's a +1, but is it each raise?
If she gets a raise, she mocks the threat so effectively it acts as +1 support for all
Okay.
allies making the same fear check.
I'm
Just make
fairly
sure
certain none of you failed by 1 so far. So I don't think anyone's unduly suffered for not noticing that red had it. But what I will do instead, by way of
I had a
apology,
fear check. I think I failed by 1.
I'll just give you all a Benny instead.
I think I failed by 1.
You're fine. You're only
Not the
distracted.
bennies.
I'm going to give
Okay.
everyone a
Alright.
Benny. I'm going to give everyone a Benny. And I'm going to give red a point of conviction.
Ooh.
Oh, well done.
Now, what do I do with that now?
Well, you
You
can
did
spend you can spend it whenever you want, but when you spend it, you get an extra D6 on everything.
Okay.
It's added to, not in lieu of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that includes damage, all your rolls and everything. It only lasts 1 round. Well, actually, it lasts. You get it for the whole of the round you spend it on, and at the end of the following round, it will go away. But if you spend a Benny, you can maintain it if you want to. But it's one of those
For a certain amount of time.
Yeah, it's one of those things. They're useful to have when you really need to roll well. That's when you spend it. So that's why I'm going to give you one, because you might be able to save the party with your gallows humor later, or you might want to use it at a certain point for a good gunfight. But anyway, in the meantime, now, okay, making a cracking joke that doesn't help anyone else because you're the last one to go in the party, but that's fine. What we'll have to say is we'll retroactively give everyone a +1 on their next fear check. That's what I'll do from this one. What do you want to do, Red?
Through the window, I can see the Tom. Can I see that Tom
You can see-
guy that's up standing on the hill?
You can see that one and that one technically from the stagecoach.
Okay. I don't think anybody's in my way, so I'm going to shoot. Try to shoot that Tommy knocker.
Go for it.
All
Let's
right.
target him. There we go. One targeted
Remember,
Tommy
there's
knocker.
massive minuses for guns. Well, maybe
Yes,
you don't
I
know
know,
that yet.
but I don't
Okay.
do good with anything else. So
Okay.
She lives by the gun.
yeah,
I know what you
live by the
mean.
gun, die by the gun. So there, I just double click the shooting to hit, right?
That's correct. On the combat tab, use the D10 to the left of Cult Peacemaker. That's where you want to go.
Okay.
Oh, that looked good for a second. If you spend a, if you want to spend a Benny, you can do.
That.
Yeah, be my guest. There's a 6. There's a 5.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Wow.
So now you can roll the
Alright.
damage. Now, do believe a Cult Peacemaker. I wouldn't do it I wouldn't do it now, but just bear in mind with a Cult Peacemaker, you can fan the hammer if you want to, which is fire all 6 shots at once with ridiculous penalties. Well, there you go. You've shaken the Tommy knocker, or if you want to spend a Benny, you can re-roll the damage. But he's shaken.
Might. I guess I don't know. It's hard to hit. Might be worth re-rolling the damage.
Yes, I agree.
Take advantage of the opportunity.
You can't roll. You can't. At the minimum, you're going to shake him, because even if you roll worse, you know what I mean. There you go.
Look at that. Oh, that's awesome.
Right. Let's
Well done.
let's make. Okay, well, that's an incapacitated Tommy knocker.
Yay!
Flat.
They can be taken down.
And they'll find out they're immune.
And then I will use the rest of my action to duck down behind the to take cover.
Yeah.
Down on the floor of the stagecoach.
Okay, that's fine. What you're just going to sort of crouch down inside the stagecoach, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fine.
taking cover behind
Yep.
the wood paneling.
That's it's absolutely fine. Okay, this Tommy Knocker's going to jump down onto the floor and scramble into the stagecoach. Look around, see you on the floor. You beat your crouching, so you don't have prone penalty. And a death. Oh, I forgot. He missed, but that doesn't matter. Okay, he made his spirit check, so he does get to attack you. This one's going to. This one's going to go jump down over here because someone shot at him earlier, and he's going to make a. Oh no, he doesn't have to make a spirit check against Blackjack. Or he might hit you even with your defend action. No, your defending is effective. And this one's going to jump down over here. Actually, he's not going to do much. Well, let's see what he does. Make a spirit check. Yep, he is just going to stand. He's literally going to stand over the two of you, jumping and dancing around and trying to freak you out even more as you're lying on the floor in a state of stunned shock and horror. Because he quite enjoys the fact of making you panic more than actually hurting you right now.
A presence attack. Champions.
Yes.
Okay. New round begins. If you want to spend bennies to change your cards, you can. But looking at it, I don't really think anyone does. Probably not Angry Bear, because if he's at the bottom of the combat tracker, there's a chance someone can get to him in time.
Exactly, yes. If I had been too high, I honestly would have spent a penny to go lower.
Oh, no.
Stanley remains
Don't
stunned.
We all get +1 for the joke, right?
Fear check.
On the next fear check. So I'm afraid Sally
On the
just
next
gets to
fear
remain. Yep. And Shane West remains stunned. Oh, no.
I'm going to spend a Benny to see if that does not happen. Actually,
Be my guest.
Wait a minute. Oh, for stunned. Okay.
That's not shaken. So
Oh,
stunned.
hold up. If you distract, distracted does. Yeah, you're stunned because you're distracted. You're all round. Yeah, that does affect stunned. Go for it.
But
you can spend a
unlike-
penny. Unlike Sally, you
Right.
can spend a penny. Yes,
Right, but it's not automatic like shaken. This is a vigor roll again.
it is a vigor roll. Yeah. Oh, classic dice. Very nice.
Nice.
Right. Now, this is where I'm going.
They seem to be working better. So Shane he's no longer stunned.
Well, this
but he
is
still
where I
has a
like.
stunned effect.
This is where I like the automation, because it means I don't actually have to look up the rolls. I think you need a raise to not be distracted. I'm just going to check.
Correct. I believe you're correct, and we can just go with that if you want.
Okay, so you are no longer stunned, but you are distracted, and you're no longer prone, as you can stand up if you want to.
Okay, so he's going to gently move Sally, and as he's staring at this thing, he says to Sally, "Ma'am, under different circumstances, it would have been a pleasure to have you on top of me, but I got to take care of some business." All right, and he is going to put a bolt. So he's going to take his card. He's going to flick a card at this Tommy Knocker that's jumping around like a maniac.
Okay,
Be gone, foul one.
go for it.
And let's see, powers. He's going to actually boost it up, do a little extra damage to it. But he's going to have to Benny that. That distracted hurts, but he's going to still make it work.
Oh, is that where the extra -2 is?
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, I just need a 4. Come on, I'm burning through all of them.
Well, don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, don't
The
forget.
dice are not my friend today.
Don't forget. You need a 4 to
Oh, wait a minute.
successfully. You need a 4 to successfully cast it, but you'll need an 8 to hit. Don't forget.
Because he's in close range.
Because of the no,
Because of the
you only
darkness.
so technically you've successfully cast it twice. Yeah.
Right.
But so this is one of those weird times where what you actually want to do is pick your last roll, because that will only cost you 1 power point as opposed to however many power points successfully casting it. Because what happens is you successfully cast it, but you miss him in the dark.
Okay, so why don't we stick with that?
So if you choose the 3, you fail to cast, but that only costs you 1 power point as opposed to successfully casting but missing, if that makes sense.
But missing, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. So I'll just we'll say I did not do those others. He throws the card. He does not, but the power just fizzles out. All right, and he's going to stand. He's going to stand between the Tommy Knocker and Sally to make sure she's not the target.
And the Tommy Knocker sort of goes, "I'm so scared you throw a soggy playing card at me." Anyway, Isaac.
Give yourself a penny.
Yeah,
She's
you
a
get
dick.
revenge for the time we killed your bad guy in 2.5 hours, ain't it?
Right. Okay.
Here.
The one
So-
character that has all the healing powers is going down.
Can I use the healing power on Angry Bear?
Right. First things first. This is a really interesting one. You've critically failed your shaken roll, but so your character is shaken and you can't do anything about it. But you as a player can spend a penny to remove the shaken condition at any time. But logically, I've still got to punish you for the crit fail. So I'm going to say, yes, you can get over that. You can walk over to Angry Bear. You can cast healing on him, but the rains but for the crit fail, the rain keeps getting in your eyes and affecting your concentration. So you have a -1 penalty. Well, the dark illumination penalty may be rolled, but we ignore it for this casting.
Okay. Is healing gonna? I don't know if healing can affect a heart attack.
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
It certainly will.
Magically.
It
It's
will
magic-
remove the incapacitation.
Yeah, and then you can treat him
because I
right.
don't have any
Badly.
wounds, it'll be, yeah.
All right. God
Especially
still
if you
has
roll
need
badly.
of you.
They are
It can affect
really
it.
hurting
God
today.
still has
But
need
you
of you. Come back
you
to us.
you can help the
Das will be
players. All
saying,
you
"Oh,
have to
this
do
is
is
an
type,
interesting
let the
situation."
pennies flow, and it forces me to give them bennies. That's
Interesting.
my rule.
Any
Oh, look at that.
Okay, so we ignore the dark illumination, so that's a successful casting.
Oh.
Angry Bear is no longer incapacitated. It's an interesting one. It doesn't state you've actually suffered any wounds, does it? But does that imply by becoming incapacitated?
No, I've suffered no wounds. My heart is beating again.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
hale and healthy, so.
That's my interpretation of it as well. That's how
Well,
I
in
would
that
treat
case, In that case, I would, if it's just removing incapacitated, could I have used relief?
No, because that doesn't
No.
affect incapacitated.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
So yeah, basically, so what's happening is you pull yourself up, and with the pain and the blood flowing down from the buckshot that's hit you, as you're advancing to Black Bear, because we've got to get this crit fell in there. As you go to heal him, you nearly slide sideways on the mud, which is why you had to spend the Benny to re-roll, and obviously the difficulty on it. But even though sliding sideways down the slope away from him, you're able to reach out and touch him to heal him just at the right moment. Hey, okay, you can carry on moving if you want, because I think you've only moved 2 inches. If you want to do anything else,
Flop into the stagecoach.
Can I do that?
you can, well, there is this one
think-
standing between you and the door.
Is he the one that shot me?
No, the one that
No.
shot you's dead.
Dead on the hill.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm told. I won't
Does
do
this
that
guy
kind
or
of
this
thing,
guy,
it's-
are they wielding weapons, ranged weapons?
None. All the others appear to be unarmed. They've just got their natural claws, and sharp
Okay.
teeth.
I'll take my chances
Doesn't
using
mean they're unarmed.
my holy power to defend me, and I'll stay there.
Okie dokie. If you're in your turn, we'll move on to Blackjack.
Now, is Blackjack distracted, or do I get to undistract?
You don't get to undistract. But it will go away automatically at the end of your turn.
Can I pay a Benny to undistract?
Nope.
Oh, so I'm done?
No, it doesn't affect you. It's a -2 on all your die rolls.
Oh, it's just a -2. Oh, okay.
Yeah. On top of the -4 from the dark illumination.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent. Well, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a moment of lightning to remove the dark illumination, and then I'm gonna attack one of them with a knife.
Ooh. That's a
And
plan.
I will try one more time.
Must admit, it's a bit harsh not giving the light power to Isaac in this adventure, isn't it?
And I guess I guess that's it. I guess that's it. So next.
It's
Red,
red.
you're up.
All right. I've got one of these little guys right in my face, don't I? So I'll
You
stick
do,
my
yeah.
gun right in his face and pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger. Go for it.
Remember that by doing that, you're going to go against his parry as opposed to a 4.
Yeah, but it's better than the D4 -2 she has for her fighting.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. Go for it. Make that shot. Oh.
Yeah.
This has not been a good dice rolling for us today.
It hasn't. By the way, if you dance monkeys, you can get some bennies according to hang on, I'm just look here. Sarontar73 says for bennies, earn them, dance monkeys. So entertain him and he'll give you some bennies. Okay, 7 will hit. Roll the damage. I don't know what's going on, but I will sort that one out. He's shaken, which means he basically you can yeah.
Way to go, Red.
Should I Benny
Red's
that and try to get rid of him?
You can if you
I
want.
think I might. I think I might.
You already have
Go
an
for it.
average roll. It's kind of a good roll.
No, he's not down.
Dark illumination is
No.
really painful. Oh,
Oh, look at that. Holy crap. That is some good dancing.
Yeah.
He's definitely
How's
shaking.
that for dancing, for this monkey dancing?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good monkey dancing, but anyway, we'll see what Sonatra says.
Wow, tough crowd. Holy crap.
Okay,
We can't dance much better than Red.
Okay, well, this Tommy Docker has to make a spirit check and fails. So all he can do, obviously now, it tries to hit you, Shane, and goes, maybe that card did something after all, because he can't attack you. All right, Tommy knocked out.
Got nothing to do with the preacher.
Exactly.
Why does the Tommy knocker? Oh, he makes a spirit check because of the
Holy symbol.
the holy symbol. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay, spirit check. Engage it, hits you on the ground. No, I'm not. Brutal damage, good footwork, good poison, tight space, well earned. I think that means you've earned.
dancing.
I think you've earned bennies for that shot, Red. Angry Bear, you are you're actually prone, but you can get up now, so that's 2 inches.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
movement.
get up. And he's kind of freaked out a little bit, so we are going to wild attack against this Tommy knocker.
Ooh, go for it.
If I can find the.
It's okay. I've done it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I thought this would be a shorter fight. This one, I'm getting concerned time-wise. It's the darkness that's making the night nastiness.
Why are you not targeting?
I may
Well,
well.
we're
There
going
we
to be
go,
fighting
there we go.
still when dawn comes at this rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I am going to hit. If I have to spend every one of my bennies, there we go. You heard me talking about it, didn't you?
Hit with a raise.
Nice.
Oh, okay, that's another Tommy Knocker incapacitated.
Now they understand hard knockers.
Right. Okay. At which point the three remaining ones are going, it's no fun. But it looks like, did you multi-action? I didn't notice.
No, I'm just moving around.
You're just moving around, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
The three remaining ones goes, it's no fun, they're protected, we can't hit them. And at the same point, Jane and Charlie start coming running back down the hill. Jane sees you guys in all sorts of trouble, and she just basically lets rip with a Gatling shotgun and a few choice words we won't say on this stream. And the Tommy Knockers flee.
Oh, they buggered off.
They run off.
Oh, I forgot. Buggered means something. Yes.
All right.
That's
Shane will
okay.
help Sally stand up. Ma'am?
Right.
Take his hand. Thank
It's-
you, Mr.
I shall get rid of the effects. Obviously, obviously Charlie and Jane come down and ask what in tarnation is going on down here. And obviously you can now deal with any healing. You've got the golden hour. When you're ready to board the coach, they'll escort you the rest of the way into Deadwood. But first, Isaac probably might need some healing if he wants to try
Is
and heal
anybody
himself.
injured?
Yes, Isaac.
Pour fire water on it. You will be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, preacher, do you want some help getting into the coach?
He's gone very quiet as the preacher. He's obviously in shock from blood loss.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
Does anyone
anything.
have any regular healing skills?
No, I'm going to heal myself first.
Okay.
Nothing personal. You understand?
I have. Do you want me to try and heal you with unskilled?
No, that's what we don't want unskilled. But
-2, -2.
you go with God, preacher.
So does the dark illumination apply?
No, it does not.
Okay.
That's a
So
success.
that's the success. That's one wound back. And this-
Can I cast it twice on myself?
You can cast it twice on yourself because it's magical healing, or if you want to spend a penny to re-roll and try and get an 8, you can do that. It's your choice which way you want to go.
Come on now.
If you let it stand as healing 1, then your next roll you only need to get a 5 or
That's
a,
true.
Yeah,
Okay.
5. So
All right, so I'll let it
Correct.
stand then.
Okay, so you're down to 3. Yeah, you're down to 1. No worries. And then there you go. Now you'll get the 8. Typical, isn't it?
Son of a biscuit eater.
Okay, but you're fully healed. Right,
Right,
so
who else needs healing?
I think you're the only one. Everyone
yeah,
else
just
can.
you.
Yep. Okay. Well, you get back in the coach, and 30 minutes later, you will be in Deadwood. Which means I can turn off the dark illumination and the old ways stuff. As you ride off, the owl hoots a goodbye to you all.
Reload my the 2 rounds that I used, so
Yep.
I'm
Ditto.
fully
I'll do the
fully
same thing.
armored again,
Okay.
or fully armed.
Indeed. Right, 30 minutes later, you arrive in Deadwood. Now, obviously, that's not long enough for anyone to regenerate power points, but if you want to spend bennies for power points, you can, or you'll just have to sit with your current amount and pray the nice
Did
people
we
out there
learn
give you some
anything?
more.
Did we learn anything from the stagecoach that was blocking the road?
No, it was just a wagon that got stuck in the mud.
Oh, okay. There weren't any bodies or anything.
No.
No,
the
you
sta-
may find that the wagon in front of you had a broken axle because technology fails.
Indeed.
Oh.
Indeed.
Outside the protection of the magical totem poles that surround Deadwood, a complete write-up of the region is available in Deadlands, Hell on the High Plains, available in Fantasy Ground Unity.
I forgot to kickstart that one. Oh, has the new one kickstarted yet? The Northwest. I think that might have launched now. I think that they were doing another Kickstarter. Oh,
Yeah, I think that launched this week.
yeah, I think it launched this week. Anyway, so Charlie stops in front of the Gem Theatre, dismounts, and tells the party to head on out of the rain, which is why I've stopped the rain. So you're inside. Jewel, a kind and helpful woman with cerebral palsy, helps Jane and Charlie carry in any bags or remaining cargo, and diligently mops up the mud. You all track in afterwards. The owner of the gem, the notorious Al Swearigan, looks you over from the bar while what's going on brings and basically while that's going on, and basically walks over to you with a can of peaches on the house. I hear you help with a little problem. First round's on me. Welcome to Deadwood.
Thank you.
Start whistling the lyric or the tune to Rocky Raccoon.
That will definitely pass over my English brain.
Oh, it's the Beatles song, Rocky Raccoon. Somewhere in the mining towns of Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon.
Oh, I'll look it up
One day
later.
his woman ran off with another guy.
Oh. Is that some comment to Swearigan that I don't, this passing me by? But that's a good song. I like it. So I'll listen for it later. Right. So.
Rocky
Oh, without a word,
Raccoon.
Jack will partake of the peach or whatever it was.
Only
Indeed.
find Gideon's Bible.
Okay.
Checked out
Does anyone
Left
actually
it
want to
no
ask what the
doubt.
problem is?
to help with Good Rocky's revival.
The problem? What problem?
Thank you,
Sorry, I missed
Senator.
that.
Well, he said, I'm here to help with our little problem, he said. Thank you very much. See you later, Senator.
Yes, we are.
Why don't
You
you,
don't-
fill us in?
Well, yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly sure why you're supposed. Let the Benny's phone flights, once for the players and once for the GM. Okay, well, Benny's for the players. Thank you, Mr. Jiminy. And one for the GM.
What the hell was that, Jiminy?
That's Jiminy being Jiminy.
Deadwood is a place of violence, bloodshed, and natural disaster on a good day. But this past week, it's been particularly malignant. We've had half a dozen killings, all unrelated, best we can tell, and more are missing, and more including a missing Sioux shaman. That's particularly troubling because our Indian hosts already have us on a short lease. Throw in an unnatural storm that won't quit, and the ruination of our collective businesses and tempers are at a high watermark. Pun fully intended. What's causing this ruckus? We've got no earthly idea, but there are a number of strange critters lurking out in the darkness, creepy little bastards that slink along in the night, almost certainly looking for prey of the two-legged variety. Our ever-righteous marshal has so far had no luck apprehending said beasties, so I suppose he sent for your timely aid and assistance. So there you go. So the bar's packed and smells to high heaven from rough and dirty miners and other locals. It's obvious no one wants to be out in the dark night and raging storm. The floor's covered in mud, no matter how much Jewel scrubs, and almost everyone is in a foul mood.
This is Blackjack's kind of bar. Any stench that covers up a stench is his kind of bar.
Indeed. So,
is that I want to find a table at the back of the bar with my back to the wall. I'm looking at the door, so I can see everything else that's going on, but nobody can get behind me.
I'm afraid to say you probably got put at the only available table in the place, which is probably in the middle, I'm afraid to say. But if you want to try, but you can keep an eye out. You can all make notice checks to see if you can spot a table at the back or anything else, but if you want to.
Angry Bear wants to ask the name of the missing shaman.
Okie dokie. I'm going to have to go back to my story thus far. Actually, I don't think the locals would necessarily know the name of the shaman. Actually, I can't remember if anyone does, but maybe someone does. But anyway, it was Sows the Skins, an Ogala shaman and an extraordinary leather worker. She used to come into town to sell their sell the leather work she did. So I'm afraid, Red, no, you can't see any bar nearby. However, one story stands out from the miners. There appears to be, sat in the corner with their backs to the wall, a posse of gunslingers. Just judging by the way they're dressed. They're basically in the centre of all of them is a woman dressed to kill in a white fringed shirt, denim jeans, reddish chaps, and a black hat. And she has a fancy, nice new leather holster. But there's a birthday cake on the table and mostly eaten along with scraps of coloured wrapping paper and a fancy bottle of premium scotch to go with. As Al hobbles back to the bar, one of the people from the bar table at the back stands up, stretches, and then circles your table. After a rotation or two, he stops and rudely sticks a pocket knife into the can of peaches and eats one, dripping juice and a few tears on the table. He then sneers at you and speaks in a high-pitched mocking tone. The night is full of terrors. People go out and meet with all kinds of unfortunate accidents lately. The old man mimics crying and bells boo-hoo at you.
Is Blackjack right next to this guy?
Now you're sitting on the other side of the table. You're here to stop the big bad monsters, hey heroes?
Angry Bear is going to spend a penny to make sure that the guy is standing right by him, and Angry Bear's going to elbow him in the nuts.
Okie dokie.
I should have figured out how to use a Benny. Well done.
Okie dokie. I'm going to. Okay, Angry Bear, you punch, you elbow him in the nuts. He bends over double, takes a couple of steps backwards, going, oh! And then everybody's hair in the room stands on end. And then Crybaby jumps as blue electricity arcs over some of the knives on his bandolier. He gives you Angry Bear a wide-eyed look and explodes all over everyone.
What just happened?
Angry Bear will look at where he was and look at his elbow and look back over where he was and damn, I need to remember that.
That dirty sideline just killed Crybaby. Joe stands up next, wipes chunks of Crybaby off her face, throws back a duster. This will be a great chance to try out my new birthday present, Maggie. So I better give you some. Let's give you some faces for the names. Oh, and here comes. So I'm gonna have to remind myself here which way it goes. It goes.
Is mutilating Maggie the one in red with the red chaps?
No. Actually, I'm just looking. I'm looking at the images, and they described one, but the images don't show what they look like. So anyway, you've got one that appears to be. There's no map.
Okay.
There's Joanna. There's mutilating Maggie. Apparently, there's Daniel Shotgun Calhoun, and the last one, other than Crybaby, who's just exploded. The other four members.
I'd like to see what Crybaby looked like.
There's no picture for Crybaby. There's Wendy Watley.
Picture a slaughterhouse. Now look at the floor, and that's Crybaby.
Yeah.
Are those all
on the floor?
Are those all sisters? They all have like exactly the same facial features.
They look like Wichita witches.
Oh, they do kind of have glowing eyes.
No, the Wichita witches are a particular group faction in Deadlands.
Anyway,
they still kind of have glowing eyes.
Yeah, mutilating Maggie, who apparently is the one who said this will be. So mutilating Maggie is the one that Joanna's talking to. So Joanna's the one who I think had, it said it's her birthday, isn't it? My new birthday.
She's the one who looks all spiff.
Yes. She slips the cord off what looks like a fancy new leather holster, and her otherwise dead-like face lights up. Dan Calhoun edges his seat back from the table, and Wendy shuffles cards. Before they can pull, however, you all hear Al Swearingen cocking a double-barrel shotgun, and his enforcer Johnny pulls a hidden pistol from beneath a newspaper. Al Swearingen growls, "Not in my bar, not tonight." What do you do?
Pull the trigger.
You're going to shoot someone.
You didn't put anybody in the combat tracker.
Exactly. So are you going? What I'm saying is, with a double-barrel shotgun pointed at you, you're going to pull the trigger. Bearing in mind, this is Deadlands, right? If you don't, and you have the Marshal Seth Bullock is a known stickler of the law, and something you got to remember about Deadlands: if you draw first and shoot, it's murder. It's murder, and you will be hanged. If they draw first and shoot, and then you shoot them back, it's self-defense.
If it's a straight-up duel, it is considered an honorable event, and nobody is considered attacking first.
But if you gun someone down in the bar, it's murder.
Oh well, yeah.
What happens if you elbow somebody in the nuts and they explode?
Did anyone see him draw a weapon?
It's more of a sketch, really.
All right. Well, are we?
So all I'm
in
saying
order,
is, what do you? Well, I haven't rolled initiative yet. I'm asking, what do you do? Do you what? Do you back down? Do you sit down? What I'm asking, what you do?
Shane's just going to continue shuffling his cards.
Okay.
Look up and
Probably
say,
looking at Wendy, who's shuffling her cards.
I think what Blackjack's going to do is he's going to get up, walk over to the table in the corner where they're all sitting, flip the table up and over into their laps, and then walk back to his seat.
Well, this will go well.
That won't really go down too well, for the record.
Well, I didn't
Angry
draw.
Bear's going to make sure that there's no baby in the can of peaches and have another peach.
Sally's going to kind of kick back, put her muddy boots up on the table, and ask him, "Hey."
I will say, Blackjack, as you start walking over, Al will cock the shotgun and point it directly at you. You continue walking to the table.
I do. Wouldn't that be murder? Wouldn't that be murder?
It's Al
No, he's
Swearingen.
defending his establishment.
Yeah, he defended his establishment. If he shoots you, he'll get away with it because it's his place.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So it's up to you. Do you want to flip the table in front of all of these people?
Flipped. In front of all those people, that's the whole point.
Who are pointing guns at you as well.
They don't get to spit on us.
No one spat on you.
Yeah, they did. He ate from our peaches.
And then exploded. You're meant to be the good guys, remember?
That was his choice.
Right. Well, if you're going to flip the table, then it gets really interesting. So you flip the table, flipping her cake onto the floor, which will basically mean she's probably going to wait outside and lynch you where no one can see you. But that's fine if that's what you want to do. But anyway, everyone else is it ain't them, it's the electricity's building up.
Lynching isn't as bad as everybody makes it out to be.
As you're walking across, I'm going to carry on with the rest of the adventure. It ain't them. The building's been building up. The electricity's been building up all week. It's that damn storm and that damn engine's what caused it. As you take another step towards the table. It ain't the dang Indians. It's Amos Carter and that gizmo of his. That's what's escalating things. I heard some of Winslow's goats got too close to it today and they exploded like dynamite, just like that fella. You take 2 more steps. The crowd starts murmuring and basically just before you can reach the table, quite a few of them start pouring out and drag you with them because I'm going to de-escalate stuff. So Blackjack gets pushed outside into the rain. Maggie sees the tension of the crowd as people run off. She looks at the rest of you and says, "This ain't the time or place." Joanna's face grows dead again. And then she finishes her drink in a relatively unbloodied piece of birthday, finds a relatively unbloodied piece of birthday cake and wraps it in her kerchief for later. Fine, this ain't how I want to spend my birthday. The gang follows Joe out the door, but Wendy Watley scoops out a bloody piece of cake, pops it into her mouth before she calls out to the posse, "He's seeing ya." Meanwhile, Blackjack's getting dragged down the street with the crowd that seem to be very upset about something. What do you want to do?
Well, let's head out with the crowd. Shane gets up.
So you're telling me that a whole bunch of strangers are dragging Blackjack, and I don't get
So
to
you're
do
moving
anything?
you're moving with the crowd.
The whole
Well,
bar
I'm
just
getting out
emptied.
of the
The whole bar just emptied. Yo, you can force your way back into the bar. I'm not saying you can't. I'm getting you out of there before you get the whole party killed.
What a disappointment.
I'm afraid, unfortunately, Deadlands is quite unfair when it comes to murder.
Flipping tables.
Bearing in mind you're a bunch of novices, and Seth Bullock is probably a veteran, and he will go after you, even if he asks you to come here. And you're the good guys, and I want to run the adventure.
Half a dozen little greeblies almost took us all out, and you want to start a fight with a bunch of professional killers? Really?
You'll get. Yeah, let's face it. That whole scene sets them up as bad guys, and they're illustrated. I think you'll get a chance to probably kill them later, but maybe not. Anyway,
They were so pretty. I figured they were pretenders.
Grab them.
They're Wichita witches.
Now's not the time nor the place.
Agreed.
Anyway,
Let's find out what the ruckus is.
Indeed,
At the very least, Wendy is a witch because she is a Watley.
It's always death's time and place.
Anyway, as you head to the door with the others, a fellow who basically calls out to you as you're heading, goes, "You're the folks that Marshal Bullock sent for, right? This ignorant mob doesn't know what they're talking about. Amos is brilliant. He's been trying to save us. You've got to follow them and make sure nothing happens to him or his device." But anyway, out into the rain you go.
Well, in that case, I let them drag me to Amos's place.
A wet and muddy walk to the north end of town brings you all to a 7-foot-tall glass bell with 2 sparkling coils inside. Oh, I've got a map of Deadwood. What did I do with my map of Deadwood? Here's my map of Deadwood. And number 6 is the Gem Theatre. So basically, it's not far. It's that way round. Oh, that's a very zoom. Let's zoom in a bit so you can see what's going on, and then sync the view. So then we'll add the party to the sheet. And
we started at 6.
You started at 6, and you all end up obviously by the. I couldn't find any glass bells, so I've made a sphere.
Sphere works, and the crowd's probably just going to cut straight between these buildings.
Exactly. So we'll bring you all to there, is what I'm trying to say. A wet and muddy walk to the north end of town brings you to a 7-foot-tall glass sphere with 2 sparking coils inside. Surrounding it are a number of boxes with more wires leading inside. An African-American scientist, Amos Carter, tinkers desperately with a crackling device, ignoring the growingly hostile crowd. The looky-loos are clearly convinced that Amos's machine is responsible for the storm. And you can, as you get closer, you can all hear them shouting things like, "That gizmo's what brought the storm down us, and that contraption done exploded Winslow's goats." Someone else throws an empty bottle at Amos, which finally catches his attention. He rises and yells at the crowd, Look, you ignorant yokels, I'm trying to siphon off the electrical field that's been building up in this town. It's unprecedented, but this device ought to do it. And if you don't leave me alone, we might all explode like Winslow's damn goats." The crowd carries on shouting.
Alone.
The crowd seems to be getting more and more agitated. What do you do?
I'm not.
Is
too
there any
smart on
roll?
these devices.
Yeah, is there any roll to use to figure out what this thing is actually doing?
Angry Bear's going to walk up and place his hand on the bell.
Okie dokie. I think all your hair will stand on end. I think you'll basically walk into a static field. But other than that,
Sure,
nothing.
sure.
Yeah, nothing appears to happen.
Blackjack walks up
then-
to aim. Oh, go ahead.
Anyone
and
who
then
wants.
Angry Bear will turn to the crowd and say, "Doesn't look dangerous to me."
Blackjack walks up to Amos and says, "Explain."
If anyone
between him and the machine.
If anyone wants to make a weird science roll, because none of us are mad scientists, you probably can't. That would probably work out what it does. Yeah, got no idea. Amos, it's been storming for a week. The electricity's built up into some kind of malingering field. I
think I noticed something.
I don't know what's causing it, but my device is our only hope. I need notice checks from everyone. It definitely seems to be absorbing electricity, Blackjack. That's all you can work out. I need some notice checks. Okay, so all I care about. Oh, right. That really. Okay, well, it's going to be. I love that. Two people roll exactly the same number, which is really interesting. So I'm going to have to go in the order. So Shane notices first and Isaac notices second because it's meant to be the highest two. Okay. Start with the highest roll. So Shane, you notice a big hootile perched on nearby. Oh my word, maybe a space. Oh, actually, yeah. So basically, you notice a big hootile perched over here, over by the train station.
Another hootie owl?
Yeah,
Another
just like we
hootie
heard
owl.
at the,
Yeah.
Just like we heard at the stagecoach.
It has a possum in its claws, but it isn't eating it. It's just holding the unfortunate critter, which is squirming and bleeding on the wall, its blood running down in red rivulets. And then Isaac, you notice that one of the locals in the crowd is drawing a pistol. What do you do, Isaac?
Non-violent Isaac.
Yeah. I'm going to turn and look at him and say, "What are you aiming to do there, son?"
Okay. Amos sees what you're looking at. His eyes open wide in horror, and obviously, and then shouts, "No, you fool! It will explode and kill us all!" How do you want to deal with the pistolier?
Why did you not give me the stun power? It's perfect.
Jane,
Okay.
you're on the ace of clubs, so you get to react first. Obviously, you could. This is not so much to act as state intentions. I'm just going to go in terms of initiative. So
Right.
Shane acts the fastest. What are you going to do?
So Shane sees the guy with the gun too, or no?
Well, you do, because Isaac's obviously, as soon as someone starts drawing a pistol, everyone around him starts backing away, creating a bit of a space. So, what's your intention?
So I'm going to put my hand on the guy's arm and lower the weapon and say, "Let's not make this worse."
Okay, let's say that sounds like persuasion. Let's have a persuasion check. Blackjack.
Draw my gun and aim it directly at the guy, but I don't pull the trigger yet.
Sounds like intimidation. Make an intimidation check.
Okay. Just seems like it's not rolling. Let me try again. There we go.
I'll have to watch that later, Ants. Okay, that's a 10 and a 4. That gets us to Sally. What are you going to do?
Sally's just going to charge him and tackle him.
That sounds like athletics to me. Go for it.
My question is this a burrow owl?
It's a hoot owl, apparently.
Okay.
Okay, so Sally, you're gonna get a single success on the athletics roll. Obviously, I'm treating it like a task. The idea is that all of you get to react and see what you do. Red, what do you do?
I'm going to basically put myself in between
gonna let them
Amos
roleplay.
and the crowd
Okay.
And draw both my guns and basically say, anybody wants to sell, you gotta come through me.
I think he's thinking about destroying the sphere by shooting it.
Are you thinking that more of that to be intimidating, or are you just taunting them that they, as it were?
No, I am not trying to be intimidating at all. My intimidation is useless.
Persuasion?
And yes, more of a.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
I let my guns speak for themselves.
I will tell you what. I'll tell you what. Make a shooting check, because what you'll do is you'll start spinning your guns around and showing that you really know how to use them. So make a shooting roll.
Okay.
That you mean business.
Yeah, you mean business. You're not actually firing them. You know what I mean? You're just doing all the whole spinning stuff. And that's good. That gets us that. Angry Bear and Isaac, what do you guys do?
Angry Bear is going to stand between the guy and the bell and say, I know you would rather shoot me than it.
So what's that? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, excellent.
Well, let's Benny that.
I mean, you've got a fair number of successes, but maybe.
I wanted to see if I could get something out of it, but yeah. All right, that's it.
You were trying for the conviction, weren't you?
No.
No, it's okay. Isaac. Last but no means least, Isaac.
Right. Is he still trying to draw?
It's also, this is all of it's. I'm treating it a bit like a dramatic task. Give you all a chance to role play how you come. It's all simple. You're all doing the same thing at the same time, so you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. It's just literally what you do when you realise this guy's going to shoot the bell or Amos. You're not sure which.
When history is written, do you want to be included or you want to be left out?
How far away is he?
An indeterminate range. You could whatever you want to do, you can do. Is the point? It's a bit of like a narrative motif to give you all a chance to do something and role play some action.
Well, the reason why I spotted him is because he's fairly close, and so I'm just going to walk over and pull his hat down over his eyes.
That sounds like athletics. It should be pointed out that as you're doing that, Sally is going to be barreling him to the floor, but so maybe you pull the hat down so he doesn't see Sally coming. Not that you're aware that's what's going to happen.
What you could do is flip the hat forward with the same effect. And he doesn't have any chance to dodge it.
That's fine. It's just it's a nice background into your characters and also makes things more interesting. So congratulations. Between all of you, obviously some of you talking down. Also, don't forget what you're doing. It could be if there's other dissenters in the crowd. But yes, you successfully calm him down. Sally barrels into it. So Isaac pulls the hat down as goes over the face. Angry Bear standing in front of the guy saying he'd rather you shoot him, and everyone else is doing everything wonderful. And for saving the town of Deadwood, I shall award you all a point of conviction, because it would have done quite a lot of damage to the town. That would have done.
Woohoo!
Jack says to the crowd, "This Amos fellow is doing what he claims to be doing, so don't get uppity."
You got to keep your eye on the bell.
I think only Isaac and Shane have arcane backgrounds. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you both?
I can only speak for myself, but yes, I definitely have an arcane background.
I think I rolled a successful unskilled roll. Does that count?
No. Sorry?
Shane also has an arcane background.
That's what I said, Isaac and Shane. Isaac and Shane, if you can make your relevant arcane background skill roll, be it faith or spell casting or whatever, with a +2 bonus.
Oh, well.
Don't worry, I'll add it in. So you got a 5. That's a 5 and a 4. Yeah. Okay, so the two of you, you see a weird shimmer near the machine, and just for a moment, you see a rip in the air, like the sky itself torn open. But what's beyond is hazy and unclear. You squint to see better and see a countless horde of scaled faces looking back at you, something like the creatures you encountered on the road to Deadwood. They seem poised to jump through this tear, but then you blink and it's gone.
I look at. Oh, do any of us anybody else notice, or only those two?
No, only those two. Which makes me
Does
wonder what
Amos-
happens if none of them
Does
have no
Amos react? Does Amos react? How about Amos? Does he react?
It should be pointed out
Hello?
It should be pointed out your actions have caused the rest of the crowd to disperse, and they're all mumbling and grumbling and heading back to the Gem Saloon.
The show's over. Nothing to see here.
How about Amos? Does he react?
Who's
Amos
Amos?
doesn't see. Amos didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
So
Amos didn't see it. Okay.
Shane's going to walk over to Amos.
Sorry, I misunderstood. I was reading ahead. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Yeah, you
Shane's
walk
gonna
over
walk
to
over
Amos.
to-
Yeah.
And he's he goes, how does this thing work? Because I think it's opening up some sort of rift to the other side.
He goes, I don't understand what you mean, but in answer to your question, this thing is siphoning energy out. I basically built it here because I sense this point seems to be the point in the whole this whole surrounding area where the energy seemed to be the most powerful and focused. So I built this machine on this very spot to try and contain the energy that seems to be pouring in.
Well, some critters just poked their head out from underneath.
It's probably. I mean, Amos looks at you as he obviously doesn't know what you're saying. But from your perspective, although Amos might not have been able to see what you saw, you think it's no coincidence that he's built a machine that's supposed to contain energy on the spot here. So although he might not have known the tear was here, it may well be a good thing he's built the machine at this very spot.
So the machine is containing the tear.
Yes.
Is it containing energy or dissipating energy?
It's trying to it's trying to draw. It doesn't actually tell me what the machine does. I'll be honest, but he's built it on the point of the tear. The machine is probably what's keeping the tear closed. Is probably your best guess.
Right.
So,
Do they let us do Shane and Isaac let us in on what they saw?
well, Shane is about to.
Okay.
He's going to look over at that owl. Is it still there?
It's watching you, the owl, in the rain. Yeah.
Okay. So what I surmised, folks, is this there's some sort of rift here that he's built this device on, and it seems to be keeping it in check because some of those critters just tried to get through again. The ones that were up by the stagecoach.
Can we set up a couple of Gatling guns and let the rift open?
Have you got a Gatling gun?
Have you got
Calamity
enough
Jane
bullets
had
to
used
stop
one.
what's going to decide to come through that hole?
Yeah, when
Didn't
we
Calamity
went
Jane have one?
She had
When
she had a
started firing?
Gatling shotgun. It's not the same thing, I'm afraid.
I
Yeah.
bet she knows where to
Let's
find
see.
one.
There's two problems with that plan.
Look. Well, we don't.
One, you don't have any Gatling guns, and two, you don't have any Gatling guns. Now, well, technically, that's only 1 point, but it's such a big point, and Noble thinks it should be stated twice.
A suitable
And
application of.
Here's the other
Uh,
issue. You have no idea what's coming.
Indeed.
It could be
Someone,
1,000.
someone is running up through the rain towards you all. He looks quite concerned. He runs up, introduces himself as Soul Star, Marshal Bullock's friend, and asks and tells you the Marshal needs help down at Deadwood Creek.
There's trouble down mill.
All right.
The
What
marshal
kind of
needs
trouble?
my help. I'm
Down
coming.
at Deadwood Creek.
And
Actually, do I have
as
stacks
Shane
of the
is
Bullock and
walking out,
Shuffle on it?
he goes, I don't think we want to open that thing because if whatever is in there, if it's unrestricted,
Okay.
it could be bad.
Why did he pick the creek that's furthest away? That wasn't nice. Start heading out to Deadwood Creek.
Hang on, is there no...
I'm sorry, but I have to call everybody on this. It's not a creek. It is a
not?
crick.
It is a
Okay,
crick.
it's a crick. Okay, Deadwood Crick.
Like my neck. It's
Yes,
a crick in
exactly.
my neck.
Yeah, it's a crick.
Down by the crick.
Ride the crick, don't rise.
Okay, I'm going to put you. The property looks like.
Does that make
I'm
it
gonna
a
say
dead
you-
wit crick?
I'm going to say you guys. I'm going to have you guys come down Main Street and approach the crick down Deadwood Street. Seem reasonable?
Sure.
Okay. I don't think. Yeah. There is. It's really rather interesting. That is.
Yeah, Elspeth knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we used to go get snapping turtles out of the creek.
Yep.
What's going on? I'm not following.
Turtle
Is it my imagination, or is there no NPC for Charlie Utter?
Got the horny toads and the hooty elves down by the creek.
Yeah,
Say
the
it
creek's
again,
where I
Buzzword.
nearly lost my toes.
Oh no, there's no stats for them. They come out of Deadwood. They actually come out the Calamity. So okay, as you get down there, I was getting very confused there. Seth Bullock and Charlie Utter are under the bridge.
Oh, there is a Seth Bullock here now?
The Marshal and Charlie, yeah. So, Charlie Utter, who you have, interesting, there aren't stats. There aren't any stats for us. I'm just going to create an NPC for Charlie Utter right now.
I thought Seth Bullock was like I thought he was, well, he was on the TV show, but was he based on a legit character or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is. Yeah, they all
Yeah,
are.
a lot of the characters in this are based on the HBO television scene. Like Jane from the Stagecoach was actually Calamity Jane.
Well, I knew that.
What-
Yeah.
What TV show are you talking about? Was it
Deadwood.
called Deadwood or
Yeah.
Deadwood? Okay.
Well, if
It's
you
a
had
great
to see it,
TV
I heard
show.
it
Is
was
that where
very
you
good.
got the pronunciation of creek?
No.
No,
We grew up in frickin'
it's probably a local thing.
USA.
Where are you
Yeah.
from in the U.S.? To where you ain't never heard the word crick.
I'm
Northwest.
sorry. I live
okay.
in Canada.
We use
and I've
proper
heard the word crick.
pronunciation.
I've heard the word crick, but obviously if I see the word creek, I'm going to pronounce it creek.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of things.
Because I speak, it's got to be the King's now. I speak the King's English.
Well, excuse me, Mr.
You're
Kingsley.
proper Sterling, ain't you?
Creek is an Indian tribe. That little
I
thing
know.
running along
I
there,
know. You know, I'm only having a joke there, mate. Don't you worry. But
We met some guys from Texas, and one of the guys kept saying y'all and all y'all. So we were just teasing him, saying, so what's the difference between y'all and all y'all? And then he shook his head with like he's explaining to a child. He goes, it's simple. When I say y'all, I mean you. When I say all y'all, I mean all y'all, everyone.
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Okay. So let's put
Yeah,
Charlie.
y'all is first
Singular.
is second person plural,
Yeah.
but all y'all is second person plural intensified.
Yes.
So that's a whole bunch of y'alls.
I'm sorry. A yawl is a boat.
Let's update your.
Well, it's
It's
about-
hard, yeah, when they start explaining the difference to you between a Yankee, a damn Yankee, and pardon my English.
This adventure. Sorry, off to you. Sorry,
No, that's all right. Go on.
I was just gonna
I do have to say it's a boat what?
Oh, God. Stop it now. For a bit of
Yawl.
a bit of
That's for the
background. So
Canadians.
this adventure we're playing now is written by Shane Hensley. He wrote
Oh,
this tale for the 25th anniversary of Deadwood when they had a gathering it was actually first run in Deadwood. The 25th anniversary of Deadlands, I should say. So this is a 25th anniversary Deadlands adventure that was originally run in Deadwood and obviously was influenced. How he run the characters was very much influenced by the TV show. But anyway, back to the adventure now.
So Bullock
as you-
exists. He's a real character.
So was Charlie Utter, so was Calamity Jane, so was Wild Bold Hickok, so was Elsewhere.
Calamity Jane was a real person.
Yeah, that's what I said. They all are. They are all historical figures. Just this
Oh,
is the
okay.
Deadlands version, which is obviously not which although they're using the names of historical figures and their histories are similar, obviously things are different, so they're not exactly the same. But anyway, but even as you reach the creek, Marshal Seth Bullock and Charlie Utter are desperately trying to pull a large tangled bundle of something heavy from the raging waters. Calamity Jane is up on the bridge. Calamity Jane is up on the bridge, holding a rope they've attached to the bungle. It's bungle? I've gone to rainbow. Bundle. It's slung over the bridge railing for leverage. She's straining with all her might to pull on it.
Well, I was going to help.
We should give her a hand.
Okay, it looks like Shane's decided to head down into the creek. Jane goes, "It's dark and them creepy critters are still about." So what do the rest of you do?
I'm going to move up and help.
Blackjack's going to wade into the water to help pull out whatever they're trying to pull out.
That's okay.
Shane is going to boost this trait strength. So
okay. Well, you can do. We'll do that. Go on then. If you want to do you can do that as a prep action. Go for it.
Right. Who seems to be doing the heavy lifting? I'm going to give them a boost.
Well, it looks like you've got Charlie Utter, Seth Bullock, and Blackjack down at the bottom of the creek trying to pull something out, and then you've got Calamity Jane, Red, and Sally all grabbing hold of the rope. Okay, you can boost Blackjack. That's fine.
Yep.
Angry Bear, what are you up to? Okay, you're heading down into the creek. Righty-ho! I need everyone to make a...
Notice check.
I do. The bundle of Marshall... make notice checks. The bundle Marshall Bullock and Charlie Utter are trying to pull out of the creek. There's a tangle of ropes, wagon canvas. There's an awful lot of interesting spaces you need to fix in this, Lone Wolf. And a few rocks thrown in for good measure. Wrapped up in the mess are a number of bodies bloated and wet from more than a few days in the creek. The bundle is caught on the supports and definitely needs a few extra hands to pull free. Okie dokie.
That's a lot of death.
It is indeed. Those that make their notice checks, basically those that make the notice checks, which looks like all of you. Although I'm going to argue that Blackjack and Angry Bear, actually even with Angry Bear, and actually Blackjack and Angry Bear, even with your penalty, I was going to give you, you still make the notice check. As you're heading down into the water to help them, you all see a large swell moving up the creek towards Angry Bear, Charlie Utter, Seth Bullock, and Blackjack.
Ooh.
Heads up, we got incoming.
Which direction is that coming from?
Up the creek. Moments later, the creature rises up out of the water. It's massive and attacks. It looks like that.
Okay.
And that's when we'll start initiative. And as it stands right now, Isaac and then Red, and then Charlie, then Seth, then Martha, but then they're really dealing with the thing. So then Blackjack, then then Sally, then Shane, then Angry Bear. So I'm going to put the cat among the pigeons and spend a penny and get a 2 of diamonds.
Do we need to make fear rolls for this?
That's a very good question. Yes, you all will do. So first things first, Red. Let's Red goes first. Assuming you're going to use gallows humor. So there's a large, huge water snake swimming up the river to get everyone. What's your gallows humor going to be?
My gallows humor is going to be and I'll say the bad guys are it's coming out of the water, but it's going back in.
I like that'll do.
Aren't you supposed to be in the grass?
Go for it. Okay, so you get to make You get it's a fear check at -2 again, I'm afraid. So it's a taunt check at -4 for you. Everyone's already. Oh, yeah, but don't feel too bad if you don't pass actually, because everyone's already getting a +1 anyway. So actually, that's a good point.
So it's a fear -4.
It'll be no. You'll get to you'll do a roll fear -1 because of the gallows humor if Red pulls it off. In fact, actually, you've already got a +1 from last time. Yeah, you already got a +1 from last time, so don't feel too bad if you don't get the raise. You just need to get one for yourself. But if she does, I'll bend the rules and let you have a +2 anyway.
Is that minus? Oh, it's supposed to be a roll at -4. Here I am just rolling it straight. Sorry.
Don't worry, that's okay. I'm capable to take 4 off in my head, so that's okay. You've got a -2 and a 0 so far.
Yeah.
You're allowed to fail, don't worry.
I'll try it once more and we'll see what happens.
Okay. I must have closed my fear table. Find it again.
Oh. Taunt. Was it -2 or -4?
-4 for a taunt roll. There's the 6. Yep, there we go.
Nice.
So you
Red
succeed.
has all the dice.
You succeed, but unfortunately, fortunately, because of last time's roll, everyone else will get to make a roll fear at -1. So, but Red, you succeeded your gallows humor. So everyone else, you just have to type roll fear -1, and everything else should be, and it will factor in the fear level automatically for you.
You just do it at the beginning of our turn.
You can, yeah. Well, do it. Yeah, we'll do it at the beginning of your turn because Red just is the only one who does it out of order, for argument's sake, I think. So Shane, you're first, and you've made your fear check.
Okay, well, I was going to boost trait, but seeing the new threat, I'm actually going to hold to interrupt if that thing attacks anybody.
Okay, you've got the joke.
Cards ready.
Yeah, you've got the Joker bonus, so you can interrupt at any time. Isaac, you're up. Fear check.
Yeah, and don't forget the fear also means they let loose the thing they were trying to fish out of the river, and it now starts to float away.
I'm going to try to. I'm going to lower its fighting.
Is the thing I'm sorry. Is the thing floating away or?
No.
Grip on it?
No,
Okay.
I didn't say. If he says it with a Scottish accent, it's not me talking.
And I'm going to add. He's only 4 away, so I don't need to do that. I'm going to add fatigue. And I'm going to add glow.
Okay.
So that is 6 power points. Here goes nothing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, do I lower his fighting by 2?
Yeah, it will be. Yep, trait roll -2. Just tag that. It should apply to him, and then I can change it to fighting.
Lower trait 2D. What did I add? You have to add the fatigue.
I will have to add the fatigue, yeah.
And
But
then
you can add the glow.
Glow is wrong because it's only 1 turn. It should be 5 turns.
Now, what does glow do? Make it easier to hit or something?
Easier to see. Yeah.
Easier to see? Okay.
Glow is stealth -2 and light. It gives off light 1. So if it like dives under the water or something.
Yeah, apparently it was hard to see if he snuck right up to us.
He was under the water.
No, yeah, he was just swimming.
Yeah. Well, the water's presumably clear. You guys are up on a bridge, so.
No, not with all this rain. Water is not clear.
No. Water is not clear this time.
Sluicing a bunch of crap into the river.
And yeah, it washes all kinds.
It raised
of
up,
stuff
though.
from the bank.
It raised up. I mean, Doss specifically said that. So.
Jiminy Munker says, "Let the bennies flow." I wonder if that's a pun because
Thank
you're in the
you.
water.
Thanks, Jiminy.
Thanks, Jiminy.
Give Jiminy a Benny.
Forgot to do that, but it doesn't look like it matters.
And Red's next. Red's has already done the taunt and given everyone a +1 bonus to their fear checks. So, Red, well, you're holding onto the rope at the moment, and it should be pointed out that as this thing rose up out of the water, Charlie did panic and did let go, basically did slip on the bundle, and the bundle is starting to slide down the river. So as an action, you can literally make... Hang on, I'm just checking. I'm just reading how they say it.
I'm
Desperate
hoping
try and hold
Blackjack
on place,
got his
set
hands
the
on
lead
it.
with Charlie and Seth adding +1. Yeah, you could basically, I'm going to say you're going to have to make an athletics check to grab hold of the rope and hold on to it. Don't give any to back D, though. Yeah, I know. Too late, I forgot. So the ropes, the bundle started to slide off. The rope was yanked out of your hands. So you can either attempt to grab the rope to attempt to stop the bundle flowing away.
It's basically strength -2.
I can run my games how I want.
No, just
So what I'm trying to say right now is you can either act and shoot the creature, or you can attempt to grab hold of the rope and stop the bundle flying away. It's your choice.
Can I ask a question? Did Blackjack get his hands on the bundle or on the rope?
You haven't yet. That's just disconnected.
I'm gonna shoot. It's in my opinion that is the most important thing to deal with is the thing that's attacking us. We can fetch up the stuff out of the water at the next bridge down if we have to. So I'm gonna try to shoot him, and I do a lousy job. Let's Benny that. Actually, I have ambidextrous, and so can I shoot both guns?
Yes, you can.
Then I should like to do that.
Well, in that case, fire your second gun before fire your second gun. Just now, yeah. Because you've got ambidextrous and two gun kid, you can fire both. So if you fire your other shooting, that's both guns firing at once, which actually does mean you do need 2 guns on the combat tracker. Technically.
Oh, okay.
Not your fault. I'm pointing out to someone who created the character sheet, the module. Okay. So it's up to you. So what happens is you miss with one hand but hit with the other. So you then, if you want to, you can then use that Benny to re-roll the miss, or I can give you the Benny back. It's your choice.
I'll use the Benny and re-roll the miss.
Right, roll shooting again. Okay, there you are. You fire twice. You fire twice, hit twice. Roll damage. Twice.
Nice. Wild.
Okay, you shake it.
Shaken. All of that for a shaken? Crap.
Well, you know. It was damage, raise D6, burden servant of death.
You shake it.
It's got a toughness of 16 for crying out loud. No wonder. Holy moly.
Okay, Angry Bear, the bundle is starting to flow down the fast-flowing creek. And this creature's here. What do you want to do?
That's a good question. I think what I'm going to do is make one attack against the snake. And then I will... Why aren't you... targeting? There we go. I'm going to make one attack against the snake, and then I'm going to go run down the river to try and catch up to the bundle.
I mean, when I say it's going to float, it's going to float off. It's still under the bridge right now. But
No,
yeah.
I understand that, but it's going
Yeah.
to float off, so I'm going to try and get ahead of it.
Yeah. Well, there's a big creature that's sort of in the way, but yes. Well, actually, I suppose it's on the top of it. You can run around, yes. I understand what you're saying. Go for it.
The bundle is flowing to 2 o'clock, or the bundle is flowing toward the creature?
It's going to go that
2
way.
o'clock.
I couldn't see. Did you put an arrow? I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Could you do the arrow again?
Going that way?
It's flowing. Okay.
Well, it's going to... We'll roll
Oh,
when it gets to... We'll roll when it gets to there. Odds it will go left, evens it will go right. How's that?
Okay, so that
I
bundle has to
thought
get
we were
past.
rolling the other way. Oops.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
did
thought
I.
that bundle has to get past Jack, so that's not going to happen.
Okay,
Charlie and Seth will be grabbing hold of it as well.
It looks like Seth is marked as a bad guy.
He certainly shouldn't be. There we go. And they shouldn't be. I'll put them on hold, but I don't think about it. They're not going to go. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Well, you know what's going to happen, don't you?
No.
Me and the bundle are both washing down the stream.
Yeah, you are flat on your back and in the water with a big splash.
All these city folk, they have so much difficulty around a creek.
The depressing thing is, I'm not city folk.
Well, you're because you're prone folk.
Okay. Charlie grabs hold. Charlie desperately tries to grab hold of the bundle. He gets his hands on the rope, but it's very slick. But that's about all he's going to do. And Sally.
Do I need to make the fear check?
Yes, actually, Angry Bear needed to make the fear check as well, and we forgot, didn't we?
Yeah, I changed my dice,
Oh, yeah. It obviously worked.
and we can see him, or at least the ripple of him moving through the water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Well, it's up. It's huge and out of the water right now. I mean, I think it's 30 feet long.
And it's also
shaking.
glowing.
It is.
And shaking.
I swung my Winchester right into action.
Okie dokie.
Looks like it's a hit.
Roll that damage.
Oh, hell no. I got lots of pennies.
No average
It's
roll for
in-
you.
But that's invulnerability here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hurt it.
No, you just gotta.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Awesome.
What
okay.
was saying?
Excellent. You shook it.
Yep, it's
It's really
shaking.
shaking.
Again.
Shaking again.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that 20, even though it's shaken, that doesn't. Okay, Seth is going to attempt. Charlie automatically makes it. Seth Bullock is going to ignore that athletics roll and successfully grab the bundle, shouting, "Yeah, we need those bodies. They're evidence of murder!" He shouts as he grabbles for the bodies. Jane
Not a good reason.
Jane is going
I
to.
think we know why I never caught one of these critters.
Unfortunately, Jane's gun jams, and she starts cussing and swearing, and basically in desperation, she just screams and shouts and bashing the Winchester on the ground this round instead. Okay, Blackjack.
Shane is going to unleash a bolt on this thing so it doesn't escape.
Oh, you're going to interrupt, are you?
Yes.
Go for it.
Wow, you let everybody go, and then when it's Blackjack's turn, you cut in. Nice.
He's got a joker. He can interrupt anyone at any time.
Anyone at any time.
He's going to move up. Well, he doesn't want it to get away, so he's going to shoot his. Now, is that is it here, or is it still here?
It's still there. That arrow was showing the direction the bundle was going to flow.
Oh, okay.
Shane,
All right.
Shane seems to have grabbed it, or am I wrong?
You haven't grabbed it
Then
yet.
I'm not going to move up because I don't want to be in close range. So I apologize. Because then he gets the fighting. All right, so he's going to use his bolt.
Okay.
Oops. And he's going to try to put a little extra damage into it. Or not. Oh, it's a hit. All right, that works.
Someone got the monster stats wrong for this creature.
Thank goodness we shook it.
I'm going to Benny that.
Okay.
And that's even worse. All right.
22
All right,
points of
we'll do
damage.
it, actually.
22 points of damage. You shake the creature. Okay, Blackjack.
Blackjack is going to lean into the bundle and try to move it toward the shore on the right.
Okay, I need a strength check at
Okay.
-4.
Strength check -4. How exciting! Everything's -4.
Sorry.
Excellent.
Sorry, it was athletics. Getting to the rocks requires sorry, first things first, you've got to swim to the bundle, so that's an athletics swimming roll at -4, not strength, sorry.
Okay, first of all, do I have to do a fear check?
You do.
Okay, so roll fear -1.
That's correct.
Yeah, it's not great the way it's written down, is it?
Oh, I put a
No.
-4 on that, but it'd be whatever that is, a 1, I guess. Why is it -7? -1, -4? I don't get it.
Because you put a -4 in to make, so it's Anyway.
Why was I -2?
Because the fear level
level
of
4.
Deadwood is fear level 4, which is an automatic -2 on all fear checks.
Okay, so I was -3.
Deadlands isn't
That makes
nice.
sense.
Yeah.
Let me try again.
Okay. So just
Spend
do the
a
roll fear
Benny-
-1. That's all you have to do.
Spend a Benny and then do the roll.
That's it. Yep.
Okay. Roll fear -1.
That's all you need to put in. Yeah.
Oh crap! Again? Let me try one more time. This
Back
is
to the
annoying.
lock with you, Nessie. Oh, hello, old orc. Back to the lock with you, Nessie. Let the bennies flow. Octopus red waving. I certainly will.
Wow, this is
I shall let
amazing.
those bennies flow. Right.
Well, I'm gonna try one more time. I don't like being afeared. Finally.
Ooh. Okay.
Thank you, old orc.
You are not afeared. So
Right.
now apparently it's in a to get to the rocks requires an athletics roll at -4.
Yeah.
Failure
so
gets
the
you
way-
there, but you take fatigue, and then you can try to hold on to the bundle. So there you go.
So the way it's supposed to be interpreted is, although I hope it just I'm only reading it because it might be right. They might say something differently, but the first roll was it's strength -2 because 2 NPCs are helping. And if they don't get the bundle, it will wash away. Then they have to make a swim roll to catch it, and then when they get to the rocks, to make a strength roll to get the bundle back.
It says getting to the rocks is athletics swimming. So I'm going to say you got to swim out.
Yeah,
You got to wade out.
-4.
You got to wade out to the rocks at -4 if you to not suffer a point of fatigue, and then the strength check at -2 to grab onto the rocks. However, Charlie Utter successfully grabbed hold of the bundle, so that gives you a +1 bonus. Is how I'm doing it. But I agree with
Yes,
what you're
that's
saying.
right. The NPCs are not joining them in the fight because they're trying to desperately get the bundle.
Indeed. And by the way, your stats for you tenor are wrong. But anyway,
Okay, all I heard was -4. Do you want me to roll
athletics
at
at
-4?
athletics -4. If you succeed, if you fail, you still get out to the rocks, but obviously you're worn out by the exertion of wading through the fast flowing water. And then you take a point of fatigue. So it's up to you if you want to spend a penny or not.
Wow, this is kind of
Brutal.
idiotic.
It's Deadlands. Well, no, you're trying to wade out to fast flowing water and not get smacked into the rocks. You're walking. You're trying to wade
Taking
through
it from underneath you.
rapids. Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't do it. That was actually a good roll before. I'm not going to do any better than that.
Okay, that's fine. You wade out to the rocks. Unfortunately, you take minor bumps as bruises as you're bashed and battered by the fast-flowing water. You now get to make a strength check at -2 to grab hold of the bundle. And you have to hold on to the bundle each round until the fight's over.
Strength check of -2.
Yep.
Strength check.
This is an evil adventure. You don't grab hold of the bundle. Oh, sorry. No, it's only going to be -1 because Charlie Udder's is helping you with the bundle, but that's still only a 3, so you failed.
Well, I'll Benny one more time. I'm doing a lot of Bennies, but here we go.
Indeed.
Strength check.
We lost Isaac and he hasn't come back. I'm worried. That's a 3 again, I'm afraid. It's okay. You get another chance. It's not going to wash away this round.
I'm going to do one more. I'm
defensive
not really that
secret,
patient for this. Let's just fucking grab the thing. No. Okay, that's it. Enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. If it gets away, it's going to get interesting. So I'm going to probably... Oh, adventure... Oh, okay. Right. You can... It's got fighting -2. So at the end of the round, it gets to make a spirit check to shake off. Just so you know, you tenors should look. If you remember, they've updated. It's something that really annoys me, and you have to do it yourself. And that's why I actually have printed it out, Lone Wolf, this strength table, because a large creature has reach 1, and you didn't give Lieutenant reach 1. So what Lieutenant's going to do at this point is basically, even though it's in the water, it's going to attack Shane West.
Oh, that's just as inconvenient.
Oh no, Shane.
However, you might be okay due to the fact it's been fatigued and had its fighting done in. Right, now it gets to make a spirit check.
Oh man.
Okay, so it is no longer glowing, and it has no longer got lower fighting. Now the question is, I think the fatigue goes away, because I think that's part of the power, isn't it? And the spirit check negates. The spirit check means the power stops working. I think fatigue goes away.
Did Blackjack get fatigue? I'm wondering. I thought I heard something about that.
How is that drain or tax an opponent cause fatigue? This modifier may be attached to any... If the damage is it is affected by the power in any way. It also suffers fatigue. No, it doesn't imply it goes away, so I think the fatigue stands, which is evil. But anyway, that's the end of that round. Let's see what happens next round. Woohoo! Okay.
Did Blackjack pick up fatigue? I
Yes,
kept doing stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you got bashed wading through the creek.
You wanna give him his fatigue?
You've got it.
I don't see it on the thing.
You got fatigue.
Oh, I do have fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it on the combat tracker.
It's there in the box says -1.
Yeah, it's in the box that says -1. And if you look at your character sheet,
okay.
you've got a down arrow on your character sheet. You've got a down arrow on your character sheet.
I didn't know it had its own box.
Oh yeah, wounds and fatigue.
Below.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right. Charlie Utter's going first. He's going to make I haven't got stats for him, so he's Mr. Generic. He's going to make a strength check at -1. He manages to grab hold of the bundle, so the bundle isn't going anywhere this round. I was assuming you were. I would.
Okay.
Well, he grabs hold. No, what I'm saying is he grabs hold of it to give you a bonus to hold on to the bundle, so you can make a strength check. You can make a strength check. He's actually rolling support for you.
What is my minus for this strength check?
-1.
Just the fatigue that's already taken care of?
No. -1 on top of that because of the water.
Additional.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just put a strength check at -1. The fatigue will add an extra +1. But if Seth gets hold,
oh dear. Crap. I can't Benny that, can I?
You can't indeed. So unfortunately, what actually happens is you slip and slide in the rocks and get pulled away from the bundle, and basically you find yourself being slightly washed downstream, prone in the water, with a 30-foot snake staring down at you,
Can I
grinning
hold
evilly.
on? Can I hold on to the bundle underwater?
No.
What's the
Why not?
Because you didn't grab hold of it in the first place. Make a notice check.
What about rope?
Make a notice check.
Working on it.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Shane, you're up.
Now I'm trying to grab the rope.
Okay.
You can't. You're underwater trying not to drown.
No, I'm not trying to. I
I
don't
know.
drown.
I know. That's the whole joke.
Oh, okay.
Shane is going to try to put another bolt into that thing. Firebolt.
Be my guest. Make a notice check.
Okay, we're going.
That's fine. You can do your bolt.
Does it now? Is Shane under that? I'm not sorry. I'm Shane. Is
Blackjack.
Blackjack under that thing? He's
Uh,
under the snake.
no, he's sort of being washed towards it. Do you think Angry Bear's a Sioux warrior? I think he is.
Yes, Angry Bear is a Sioux warrior.
He's a
Would
city
you-
slicker.
Would you like to make a common knowledge check at -2, Angry Bear? It's meant to be a cult, but I'm going to make it common knowledge -2 for you because you're a Sioux warrior.
Uh-oh, something bad is happening.
That's fine.
Yeah, let's go ahead and Benny that since this seems to be important. Oh, come on,
Not-
really?
Apparently not that important.
No, I think he's right. I think it's important.
You got to lean into it.
It's obviously it's you know there was something, but unfortunately, as you're sort of lying in the water, you
there
can't
it
remember.
is. There it is.
Oh,
As I spit this last mouth of water out.
After much head scratching.
You suddenly remember your shaman was telling a tales once about the Yucatena, or however you pronounce it, and that the creature can only be harmed by strikes to its beating heart.
Yeah, that's what I thought was a problem. All right.
However, to find where you have to find the heart. So unfortunately, Shane, your notice check, you didn't find it.
I did not find it. Alrighty. Well,
So
he doesn't know that.
No. But you basically, I'd say, obviously, Angry Bear's probably going to say something now as a free action.
It's shooting in the heart.
As he spits out water. Now,
Indeed. And
Shane does have a cold.
Shane does have a cold, which would be at -4 to learn that out. But knowing that you need to find the heart, do you want to spend a penny on your notice check?
Oh, I most certainly do. And I
there
think
you
you
go.
find, maybe.
Yeah, you're fine. You spot the beating heart beneath the violet stripe upon its body. Having spotted it, you don't have to roll notice anymore, but everyone else still has to find the heart first. But you can now target the heart with a cooled shot at -4 if you want to. Obviously, what that means is you need to roll a 4 to cast your bolt, but you'll need an 8 to hit the heart, is how it works. So you don't actually need to put the -4 in.
So one roll will take care of both.
Yes.
Correct?
So, yeah, that's correct. But technically speaking, what I'm trying to say is I 4 successfully cast the power, but you needed an 8 to hit the heart. If you don't get the 8, you still hit the creature. And can shake it, obviously.
Alrighty. I will I will do the bolt with extra damage, and we have bennies to burn.
Go for it.
So he does roll his 4, but that's not enough.
You got a 7 there. You got a 7 on the hit roll. So actually, you only need. So I'll take it back. You only need a 6 on your casting roll to hit the heart. I've noticed. I'd forgotten it was large. So you've hit it. You hit it, but you missed the heart. So you can roll damage and shake it, or you can spend a penny and try and get that 6.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Try it again.
Go for it.
They're not going to play it. All right. Well, what the heck? Bennies are 4. Oh wow! I'm going down. One more. Come on. It's just not in the deck. All right, I guess I'll shake it.
I will put. Well, if you roll high enough on the damage.
I think it's going to be conviction time next.
I was about to say, but you remembered. So, okay, I'm going to end your turn to move on to Sally. Sally, what do you want to do?
What's a notice roll?
All right, I'm going to tell everyone, aim for the heart. Aim for the heart.
So it's a notice check to spot the heart.
I'm going to tell everyone, let the bennies flow. Let the bennies flow.
Do you know what? I'm going to let, for your sheer audacity, I'm going to allow it this once.
Thank you.
Okay, Sally, you've spotted the heart. So now you can you need to make a cooled shot at -4 to hit the heart with a gun or a ranged weapon, or get way down there and stab it in it.
So Doswell, what we don't see is Blackjack dancing on his end.
Exactly.
No, I got lots of bennies.
Okay. Because it's large, you only need a 6 to hit it in the heart, so that's okay, because the heart's obviously a big target. You have an awful lot of bennies.
Golly.
And you do have points of conviction, don't forget, if you want to use them for this encounter.
Yeah, I think I'll burn my conviction.
The way you target, so it looks like, okay, it looks like you've somehow
Somebody
targeted
just
Blackjack.
shot Blackjack.
Oh, well,
That wasn't very nice.
But it would have missed.
Please stop bennying that shot.
No, I'm gonna go one more time.
Accurate.
But you have to select the right target, that's all.
Yeah, no, I've fixed the targeting. I fixed the targeting.
How do we know she selected the wrong target?
Oh my god.
Well, you do need a shower.
Well, I'm in the water. What more could you ask?
That's a hit. Roll damage. Roll the damage. Okay, that is. No, don't hold fire. I've got to turn up. Don't forget, it will always apply invulnerability. So yeah, okay, yeah. So I forgot. It's tough to 16. Does it have armor? Doesn't have armor. So yeah, you need to roll a 20 damage to hurt it.
Ouch.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's a horrible one.
I got a Winchester with armor piercing. I got the double shot one. I'll try one more time. Because I don't know how the hell I got all these bennies.
You obviously haven't rolled as badly as everyone else.
Yeah.
This thing's evil. Mind you, with conviction, you get the extra damage, don't you? Okay, 17 points of damage. That's the one you're going to shake it.
There.
Guys, should I
You're-
try one more time?
Yeah,
Go
you're
for
knocking
it.
on the
You got-
door.
You got tons of
Looking
bennies,
strong. Don't you want to be the badass that takes out the snake?
Well, don't
The god
forget,
of death?
it doesn't kill it. It's just.
Look at that.
I'm crying out loud.
Oh,
One more.
One more point.
Don't forget, you have endless bennies. There you go. That's strong.
Right, you shake it.
The calm before the storm.
Oh,
The next one does
oh.
it for sure.
Hold up, though. Don't forget, actually, I forgot something. If you are aiming for the heart, you are circumventing the weakness. Therefore, anyone else who aims for the heart and gets a shaken, it will cause wounds. So if you got the wound out right, that would have been nice. But at the end of the day, getting a shaken...
Wait, on my 19, it said the invulnerability applied.
Yeah, but you need a 20. You shake it. That's the point. Okay, Seth Bullock is going to attempt to grab the bundle, and he successfully does make it. Well, gets the success, which means there's no penalties or you get +2 against the -2 on a ping attempting to pick up the whatever. I'm going to let Angry Bear do his stuff. I'll be back in 1 second.
I think I just missed my turn.
I'll be right back.
I think you did too,
Did
Red.
he skip right over you? So remind him when he gets back. Because he said Angry Bear and you next. Or you were after me. Jumped a bunch of turns. He skipped you, Kena, and Seth.
No, he had Seth roll to hang on to the bundle, but he skipped me and the bad guy.
I
think.
had him all rattled because I spent so damn many bennies.
Yeah.
How did it? Yeah, how did that happen? I don't know why it jumped. Sorry about that, Red. Which reminds me, actually, I owe you 2 bennies, don't I?
You owe us all a benny for screwing up.
I know, obviously, I owe everyone a benny for screwing up. Quite correct.
My turn. I think I'm going to take a page out of Sally's book and use one of my conviction points.
Okay.
And
so just drag it and drop it in chat.
I'm going to roll a notice check to find out where this nasty thing's heart is.
So spend your conviction first.
Okay.
Because then you'll get the conviction on your notice check. So what you do is you just drag it and drop it in chat.
In chat, okay.
Yep.
I didn't know if I need to drop it in chat or in the combat track. Okay.
No. Okay.
Here's
Now
my
make your
conviction.
Now make your notice check. Oh, look at that! I think you saw it.
I think so too. Now let's see
Okay.
if I can get it good when I'm shooting it.
Yep, go for it. So I take it you're going to fire both your pistols.
Yes.
Right, make 2 shooting rolls. That's a hit, but it won't be with a raise because of the -2, I suspect. So I'm going to put the defense up to 6. So you hit with a raise and you hit.
So if I hit with a raise and I hit, so I can
Just roll the damage. I would argue. I'd say roll the damage for the first one and see what happens, and then you can decide if you want to re-roll your hit on the second one. Is what I'm thinking, because you're seeing how many dice you're rolling. Okay, so with your first hit causes a wound. Do you want to re-roll your second hit, or do you just want to roll the damage? It's your call.
Re-roll the hit.
And go for it. Make it. Yep. Go for it. Let's see what you get this time. A 6. Hit with a raise. Roll the damage. This thing's too scary to be mean and soak damage on, so we'll see what happens. It's shaken, but it's no invulnerability, so it's already shaken. So that will cause another wound. That's 2 wounds upon the creature as it cries out in pain as you takes 2 shots to its heart. Right. Now it's its turn. What's it going to do? It's going to be very upset. It was going to attack Blackjack, but now it's obviously going to attack the person that just hurt it. It lunges across the bridge and and bites hard at Red. I'm forgetting to use the hypnosis, but I think it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to damage Red. Ooh, it bites very hard on Red.
Oh, I think I need to spend some bennies and soak that if I can.
Be my guest.
All right. So I grab the benny and throw it where?
Right, you can either drag the benny and drop it on the wound, or you can hold down the control key on your keyboard and then a button appears on the combat tracker that says soak, and then you can just click on soak. Or you just drag a benny into chat and make a vigor roll and we do it all manually. I don't mind which way you want to do it. 10 will soak 2 of the 3 wounds. So you'll take 1 wound, but you won't take 3 wounds. It's up to you.
I think I'll try that once more.
Be my guest. Spend another Benny and make your vigor roll. Because, of course, your conviction is helping you on this roll.
Not enough. I guess I'll go with the...
We'll go with the single wound.
Take the wound.
No problemo. Seth's acted. Angry Bear is next. And is no longer prone, because I'm sure he's standing up.
Does Angry Bear need to figure out where the heart is, or since he knows this critter, can he just attack the heart?
You've got to. You just remember hearing about the critter, so you saved everyone else having to make an occult -4 roll.
Use your conviction.
Why did it add them together?
I have no idea.
But a 5 works anyway. What?
That is weird.
I have no idea what happened there. Anyway, yeah, you know where the heart is, so all you need to do is do a cold shot.
We need more of that.
Yeah. The game even does a roll
-4 for the
pathetic.
cold shot.
Yep. Isaac never came back.
Fine, sorry.
I'm very concerned what happened to him.
Is he muted?
No, he disconnected.
Oh, you're right. Somebody did disconnect at one point. The Lord had more important business for him.
I don't know. I
Come
think it
on.
almost looks like when he came back in again, it didn't let him come back to Isaac. I see a panorama there.
Well, no, that just means that at one point he didn't have Isaac, but yeah, it's just kind of one of the... apparently, I'm not destined to hit this thing in the heart, at least not this round. Good grief.
Yeah.
It's
And then
unfortunate.
It sounds like everybody's got a hold of the bundle fairly well.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay.
What, do you want to move or you want to do...
No, I'm going to float right there with the snake.
Okay, Calamity spots the heart and then goes to fire and then remembers the gun's jammed, cusses, and then clears the jam. And Isaac, well, he's right here, so I think let's see how Isaac's doing. Let's have a look at his character sheet. I am now Isaac. Isaac has some power points left. Isaac will move to here. And cast Healing on Red.
Oh, thank you, preacher.
And then spend some bennies. There we go. That's dealt with Isaac. Okay, and that brings us to the end of the round. And then we can hit the... Oh, look at that. And then Isaac gets the Joker. And goes on. Well, if I'm playing Isaac, I'm going to be very tactical here. Sally.
At least the cards are being nice to us.
Yes. If the dice aren't.
Got to take what we can get.
Maybe he would lower that thing's traits again.
Maybe somebody should start throwing cards again. See if that
I'm
works
thinking
now.
something else. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh.
That's an 8. Okay, he casts Smite upon most of you, giving you +4 damage.
Wow. That is that's gonna be helpful.
Takes him
That's
down to
nice.
5
I
power
think the
points,
hit-
and then I'll spend 2 more of his bennies to get him back to full power. Okay, that's Isaac done.
That +4 when I was hitting the heart and re-rolling damage would have made the difference.
It would have done. It would have done. Shane West is using conviction. Shane, you know where the heart is, so you can just make your casting roll. You need a 4 to successfully cast and a 6 to successfully hit.
I'm going to give myself some more power points.
Sounds sensible.
And he is going to do the extra damage bolt at the heart.
Go for it.
So that's at a -4. so we'll just do the 8 thingy.
Oh, I think you hit.
Ooh.
Okay. He
A
hits it.
You hit it. Its defense is technically a 6 against that, but that doesn't matter. You hit with a raise. Go for it.
+4 on damage.
Oh, so it's factored in.
Oh, it's already there. Okay.
All right. I'm going to Benny that since I've got that. See if I can beat a 19.
You may not need to Benny that.
Well, it needs at least a 20.
Oh, that's
You need
true
it-
because it is.
you need a
tough
20.
16, Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Well
a 20 a 20 will wound it. It's taken 3 wounds. It cries out in pain again.
Alrighty.
And I'm pressing enter. Just I'm letting you know so in case we don't both press it. Angry Bear, you're up, sir.
Okay, let's try this again. Dooby-dooby-doo. Ah, there's the hit I was looking for.
Okay. Did you didn't put the -4? Yes, you did. I
Yeah, I did.
apologize. Yeah, you did. I didn't spot it at first. I apologize.
And then the +4 and wacko.
Texas.
Let's Benny that.
You don't need to put a +4 in. The smite's already in there.
No, the +4 for the cold shot.
Oh, the cold shot. Oh yeah, I forgot about the cold shot. No, you don't get it. It's just the weakness, isn't it? So yeah.
Oh, it's just a weakness. Okay, my mistake.
But bear in mind, you are hitting the heart. A shaking is a wound. Don't forget.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's already shaken.
So let me see. That would not have been a 15. I still would have had to spend that many bennies anyhow, so it's all good.
Okay. Well, that's a wound. It's interesting. I did that wrong. That's my mistake. Let me put the damage back on. Effects. No invulnerability. Apply. Okay. The creature is on 4 wounds and is shaken, and it's not looking so good. That brings us to Sally, whose conviction will maintain. Well, my argument is you don't have to do it. Well, my argument is you don't have to do it to the end of the turn. If you kill the thing, then you don't need to maintain your conviction. But I don't mind if you want to spend it.
Now, do I need to do the -4 called shot on the heart?
You need to do the -4 cold shot, but you don't need to re-roll the notice check because you already know where the heart is. That's just because, unfortunately, ammunition doesn't take into effect re-rolls, so just give yourself some ammo again. I know you haven't spent that many bullets.
No, I didn't spend anywhere near that.
No, it's a quirk of re-rolling. It doesn't take the bullet back. That's a hit with a raise. You didn't put the -4 in, so it might not be a hit with a raise.
Oh, I thought I had.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's still a hit with a raise. 19 points of damage will hurt it.
I will Benny it one more time. Or don't need to.
You don't need to. It's shaken.
So it's dead now.
It's dead.
Nice.
Somebody get
Well,
up
Miss
that
Sally.
Benny and drag it back to town and show them some people can kill this stuff.
Right. That means you are able to do. Basically, with the creature defeated, you are able to. You are able to get the tangledness of the bundle. Yes, between all of you, you grab the bundle. Okay. You drag it up onto the riverbank. Let's unlock token movement, so you can move freely. You drag it up onto the riverbank, slipping and sliding in the thick mud. You do. Jane finds it little ways down. They wrote that in. Once examined, Marshal Bullock puts his hands on his hips and stares grimly at the bodies. Thanks for your help. I wish we'd met under better circumstances, but here we are. I know these victims. This is So's the Skin, a Sioux shaman, and the others are our escorts, tough fighters. So's the Skin sometimes comes down from the hills to do jobs in exchange for things the Indians can't get. She worked her magic through leatherworking. Powerful and artistic too. Best in the country, maybe the world. Clearly someone killed her, but why? The bodies are swollen and grotesque. They've been in the water about a week.
And they were all bundled up in a sack.
They were bundled up in a sack with weights. They were, and all sorts.
And hidden under the bridge.
Yeah. It was it.
Tribute or something.
Yeah.
Are there any religious symbols anywhere?
Is a tangle of ropes, wagon canvas, a few rocks thrown in for good measure for the bodies. Isaac's obviously your healer, isn't he? So he's going to have to examine the bodies in more detail and spend a penny on it, I think. That got him a 5. Okay. Isaac points out that they all have bullet holes. The warriors have bullet holes in their chests. So's the Skins has a number of slashes across her chest and belly. They were all wrapped together with hastily gathered bits of rope and tied to stone and thrown in the creek. By the way, So the Skins is cut, and due to the contortions of her body, Isaac thinks she was still alive when she was thrown into the creek.
When she was cut, she was still alive?
When she was thrown, when they were thrown in the river.
Well, assuming she was cut before she was thrown.
Kill her, she drowned.
She was tortured. Sounds like she was tortured.
An incredibly well-crafted and watertight leather satchel clings to So's the Skin's body. It's decorated with images of various animals, most notably owls, her favourite critter. Seth mentions. Inside is a strong bone needle and sinew. A number of bottles with various labels that read cure-all and the like, and a bill of sale signed by Maggie Goth.
Maggie Goth.
Yes,
that was one of the gunslingers.
Yes, it was.
So that was cursed. We think she was given something that was cursed. Is that the
indeed?
How we?
Jane and Charlie managed to get some light to help further. The bill is for 2 mule loads of various cue-alls for 1 custom leather holster.
So we know she got that because that was her birthday present. Remember?
Yeah, but is there any money with the shaman? Because
anyone would like to make a common knowledge check at -2. Good morning, Shipperfuls. Common knowledge check at -2, or unmodified science or weird science checks if you want to examine the liquids.
You also have to take away my conviction, unfortunately.
Oh, good point. Thank you for your honesty.
And mine.
Mine too.
So this common knowledge, or will occult work if this is not an occult thing?
It's not really an occult thing. Common knowledge at -2, or science or weird science with no modification.
All right, so I rolled an 8. I forgot to apply the -2.
That's okay.
Let me re-roll since we don't have the conviction.
If the GM accidentally left your conviction on, as far as I'm concerned, it's the GM's fault, and you shouldn't have to re-roll because the GM's a muppet.
Is that Jiminy? Who is that?
No, the GM's a muppet. I have to go out shortly. Comedy spot error, so pick up on Steam reply. His venture's going to get more brutal, so let the bennies flow. No wolf thinks you need more bennies.
We do need more bennies.
Okay.
They succeeded on their notice roll.
Clearly these cure-all medicines are nothing more than sugar, water, or diluted alcohol. They would have no medicinal properties whatsoever. I think Jane's obviously worked the same thing out because she suddenly adds That sidewinder sold the skin snake oil. That rolls my gizzard. So's was selfless. I can't say anymore. She was a hero. She came down out of the mountains and helped us when the smallpox hit last year. I worked side by side with her every day, curing settlers and Sioux alike. She was always sad she couldn't spread her power further, so we'd get the medicines whenever we could.
She was set up to fail, and then you said something was essentially attached to her skin, and that was the thing that was sold to her by Maggie.
But she was basically she had a watertight pouch. She was still holding on to. So yeah.
Okay. That doesn't sound good. By the way, am I unfatigued? How do I get rid of my fatigue? I'm still on my side.
I think it's 24 hours rest, or someone casts relief on you.
Well, as Shane gets that realization, it looks like there's more than one snake in this town.
Jane says, "So's the skin was more than just a healer. We got to drinking one night during the smallpox episode, and she showed me how she could open up a rip in the air with nothing but a bone knife. You may not believe me, but I could see Wild Bill through it. Me and So's got in a fight when I tried to jump through to get to my beloved. I'm sorry to say I kicked her right in her womanly area. She cussed at me and Sue and took out that very bone needle and buffalo gut for string. I'll be damned if she didn't sew that hole up in the air just as easily as she sliced it open."
Oh, man.
Well, that would make sense because that seems to be, we saw a rip right under that machine. Somebody must have cut something open.
Where did that fight take place?
She was targeted by Maggie. It sounds like Maggie and her crew are the ones behind the rift.
Well, they were drinking during the smallpox episode, so probably in the tents.
Was it a special knife that she used to cut or was it just a regular knife?
Well, Shane can definitely make a spellcasting roll, and Isaac gets to make a faith roll.
Blackjack is going to wade back into the river under the bridge and examine under the bridge for any more sacks, just to make sure.
You certainly won't find anything, but that's absolutely fine. Feel free.
Okay.
The bone needle and the buffalo sinews, i.e. Fred, aren't magical, but they're obviously still probably very invaluable to the Sioux. And might make a fine peace offering should anyone need to make a peace offering to the Sioux.
Well, I think since Angry Bear is the only Sioux person present, then maybe he should take charge of those items.
That sounds
okay.
That sounds
Yeah. And answer your question, logically speaking, if she opened up the tear during the smallpox episode, it would have been in the tents area, in the tents outside of camp, not where this thing is here. Not where the tear is that Isaac and Shane saw earlier. Okay. Marshal Bullock suggests that you head back to the gem, that you guys head back to the gem while Charlie, he and Jane will haul the remains off to the jail for safekeeping.
A real quick question.
Yes.
The people that have died recently, you said a variety of murders without explanation. Were they victims of the smallpox?
The smallpox was over 12 months ago.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
No, that's fine.
It sounds like So's was killed because she can close rifts, and that's not somebody.
So's was killed because she realized she was sold garbage.
Snake oil.
And right. She was sold snake oil, but in addition to that, they realized that she could do some fun and interesting things with reality, and so they were torturing her to find out how. They just didn't figure out how to close it back up again.
In that story, didn't Calamity say that she used the thread and a needle?
Yeah,
Yes.
she used the thread and the needle to sew the rift shut.
After using the bone knife to open it.
I wonder if it's the same thread and needle we got right here.
Oh, I imagine it probably is, since somebody said that one of our, it was either Isaac or Blackjack said that it was said they were both magical.
But the knife that she used is not here.
No, she used the knife to make the opening. She used the thread and the buffalo stuff to sew it shut, and
Right.
those are here.
So apparently the perpetrators took the knife and left the other pieces because they don't care about closing the rift.
Yeah, they probably, if they doing it
Precisely, yeah.
ignorantly, they didn't know what the rift was about. So we need the buffalo needle and the thread.
Angry Bear should have that.
Indeed. So,
He
as
does.
I say,
What
as
was
you're
decided.
discussing this all back in the gem, can I have some notice checks, please?
Yeah. I noticed there's music from a saloon.
Well, you're in the saloon. You're back in the gem.
Okay.
I forgot to put it, I forgot to find it and put it on the first time you were here.
Why do I have
It makes a change already. You don't know why you have a -2. It was possibly still in your bar. Okay. Obviously, looking around, you can't see Maggie or any of that posse. However, as you're talking, you notice a few people seem to be interested. And
Can anybody de-fatigue Blackjack?
no, simply is the simple answer.
No.
You just need to rest.
Okay.
You just need a good night's rest. Okay.
You haven't got someone to cast relief. I think it was you said.
Well,
Yeah.
Isaac might be able to cast relief, which negates it for an hour, which he can do. I can do that.
For an hour though.
But
So
it
there
doesn't
you go.
actually remove it. It just numbs the recipient. It lasts 1
I
hour.
think
So
we-
Isaac can do
We're only
that
playing
when you
for
need
another
it.
hour.
No, an in-game hour, not a real-time hour.
Oh. Trying to milk it for all it's worth. Sorry.
So, what you do notice is a couple of people seem interested in what you're saying. In fact, as Jane comes in sopping wet and tells anyone who will listen what's happened at the bridge, one person you notice who seemed to be taking interest in everything you were saying, basically rushes over to talk, whisper and talk to Jane, and points at you a couple of times. Then the two of them head over to you, and then Jade says, "This is Charlie Bull. He just told me something you might want to hear. Go on, Charlie." Charlie Bull, also known Bull all the time, is a Lakota Soy, apparently. He was educated back east. Charlie nods at you and says, "The creatures you fought on the road are mischievous earth spirits. Miners call them Tommy knockers. They can't usually enter our world unless there's a doorway to the hunting grounds. Only person I know who could do that on purpose was So's the Skins. She had great medicine. Sometimes when a shaman with that much medicine is murdered, she comes back in another form, like an animal or a ghost or both. Very powerful. You might close the tear with enough force, but the ghost might just open it again. To send her away, you must give her vengeance by revealing her killer. Then the ghost will become flesh and you can send it away. Find So's the Skin's murderer and confront them with proof. If there are many people around to hear it, all the better for the angry spirit. Then you can close the portal. Easy, right? But be quick. The storm is the Thunderbirds waking. They protect our world from the things that live in the hunting grounds. If you don't close the rift soon, they will. But they will destroy all of Deadwood with it."
So no pressure.
I have an
Indeed.
easier approach. Let's just go give the thread to Amos and let him close the rift. He seems to know stuff.
I don't. I think
It
maybe
was
it's
so-
hear him
science,
say
it's
that-
not a magic. We need someone who has magic. To
You
do
need
that,
someone
I
who has big medicine, and no one
think. Yeah,
has the
we
medicine.
we need another shaman or something.
And you need to be
And-
powerful
and-
shaman.
And he said that if we close it without getting her vengeance, she's just going to
He'll
push it
just
open
open
again.
it back up again.
Yeah.
And we
we'll
have to have
open it
proof.
back up.
Yeah.
So we
Well-
need
So-
to identify the killer, and we have to have proof.
Well,
So-
we know who it was because of the
Yeah.
whole.
We suspect. We need proof.
Maggie? We think
We
it's
need
Maggie?
to find that knife. One of them will have that knife.
Oh,
I
right.
agree.
That's a good one.
That'll be the evidence.
I should have taken
Um,
care of him when I had a chance.
Can I have occult rolls or weird science rolls, or if from any people? Shane's got the occult. That's good. So, with the occult roll, Shane has an idea. So basically, just to make it clear, what you need to do is you need to publicly confront the killer about So's the Skin's murder and present the proof you found on the Sue's body in the creek, or which will do as proof. This will separate So's the Skin's spirit from the monstrous husk it currently inhabits. Shane thinks that if you shoot Carter's bell to release its energy and shut down will release the energy and shut down the portal to the hunting grounds, this will kill the witch owl and any remaining Tommyknockers that have already come through.
Okay, so we have to first. We got two things. Then we got to do. We got to confront the murderers, and then we got to destroy the bell.
Yeah.
In that order. Is that correct?
So the
That's
witch
correct.
owl is not friendly?
Okay. Right. Now, after you hear a large herd of goats running wild in the street outside. They're going mad, kicking and ramming into everything they can see. Some of them knock their own brains out in the frenzy. A passerby comes running inside in panic to avoid the herd. One of the goats, a large black rum, chases the settler inside, bursting into the gem with a loud bray. It jumps up onto the table, looks around in confusion as its fur stands up on end. Al Swearingen shouts for someone to shoot it, but before anyone can act, boom! The ram explodes. A heartbeat
I wipe
later.
the name off my shoulders.
We need to
A
rename
heartbeat.
the tavern the Exploding Goat.
Heartbeat later, you hear more people bleating from outside. There are several more pops as two more goats explode. A cowboy standing near you, nearby Goffers. Holy shoot! Did you see that? It should be shoot. That's something else, but obviously I'm keeping it PG. Then he explodes. Everyone's hair stands on end, and you can all feel energy building between them. It sounds like the electrical field is reaching tipping point.
Well, then I guess
Right.
we best get going and find them killers.
And I have notice checks, please. Noise-based if anyone gets benefits or penalties. So, okay. Sounds like Shane, Sally, and Angry Bear hear gunshots coming from the north end of town. What north end of town means in this adventure.
And I'm just grab my gun and head out the door.
All right.
Expect
Angry
more,
Bear
we got
starts running that
gunshots, we
direction.
got killers.
All right. Before we get into any type of action, I'm going to spend one of my precious little bennies and generate 5 more PowerPoints.
Okie dokie. Right. So as you head back towards the orb, let me see what happens. The crowd is gathering again at Angus Carter's device. This time, however, actually, you're going back outside again, so we can close off the saloon. And guess what? We get back again. Hear the white noise. The crowd wants the gunfight. Basically, this time though, the Harking gang seems to be up there as well, and the crowd is shouting that they need to destroy the bell. And it would appear that the killers, the gang are ready to oblige. So I'm going to put you guys there. Why did the combat tracker just move? Oh, okay. Okay, so there we go. So we'll put Wendy there. We'll put mutilating Maggie there. We'll put
I stand
Joanna
corrected.
there.
Hucksters can't spend money for bennies.
No, you have to.
I spend bennies for PowerPoints.
Yeah, you have to deal with the devil, don't you? If you run out of PowerPoints, which is a real pain actually. So I'm quite happy to let you spend for bennies, although it's not within keeping. But for a one shot, technically, I might be. I'm not so worried. only because dealing with the devil, although it's much more fun and interesting, does slow everything down. So just this, because time's against us, I'll let you spend for bennies.
We'll say the devil was feeling generous today.
Indeed.
The devil was looking the other way.
Very much so. Did that actually add them to the... Looks like it did. And then, okay. Right, so let's make everything visible. There we go. Right, so as you approach, obviously there's lots of crowds standing around the... There's lots of people standing around so you can't just go gunning in, as it were. However, as you notice around, you see there's a large owl that's staring down, watching the whole proceedings. And also out the corners of your eyes, you can see Tommy knockers approaching the town. What do you do?
I hate these guys.
Can see what? Tommy knockers?
You can see Tommy knockers.
Or anyone else besides the quote town rabble? Are there any people in the group that we worked with at the bridge? Or
No. Oh, they're all off sorting out other things. It's obviously just you. Okay, so
This is the gunslinger table, I think.
yeah. So basically, obviously, it looks like the crowd's trying to wile up Joanne and the others. As you turn up, they obviously turn to face you. Joanna pushes herself to the front and stares at you as you all approach. What do you want to do?
I see you are here trying to stir up trouble. Again. You are trying to cover your crimes, aren't you?
Who has the best persuasion? That they should talk and do the accusations against the whomever the murderer is.
Might work, but I've got a 4. I can do it.
I've got a 4 minus
I've got
2.
the 4 as well.
I've got a 4 minus 2. I've got the strongest relationship with them, though.
But you've got but you have intimidation. You could try to.
Oh, what do you want me to do? Intimidate them out of the area? I can do that.
Oh,
we're trying to confront them.
No. We're trying to confront them. Make them confess. Or you know what?
Oh.
We need to convince. We need to show that these guys committed murder in front of this whole town to appease the witch owl, so can make her way to the happy hunting ground.
Right.
Can't we just kill them and find So's knife on them?
No, you've got to. We got to prove that these guys did it in front of the rest of the people. Okay.
They need to be. Basically, they need to confess. So I'm going to try to use persuasion and say, sort of goad them into talking, either or taunt. But what do you think would work better, taunt or persuasion? Taunt usually means that they get them to attack me.
I think taunt would work better.
What I will say with it,
they're not going to be very persuasive. I mean, they're not going to be very open to persuasion.
What I will say, and it's very metagamey, but for certain characters, they may want to. Whoever presents the evidence against Joanna and her gang will end up dueling her. So if you want a duel, whoever I'm just telling you from a pure metagame because this is Deadlands, and if you're going to have a duel, the certain people are probably better at it than others. So there's no dice rolls about presenting the evidence. But we are going to have a duel against Joanna, the leader of the gang. After the duel ends, then all hell might break loose. But first things first, the whole standoff, two people facing each other, is going to happen. So whoever presents the evidence,
I'm going to volunteer Red since she's a two-fisted gunslinger.
Who hasn't used their conviction yet?
Oh,
I still have a point of conviction,
Blackjack.
so I can use mine.
Okie dokie.
I haven't, but I'm fatigued, so it's not so fantastic.
Okay, truth be told, no special rules are required for duels. Two zombies can use regular rules for classic stare down. You can test each other normally and draw when they get to right sequence. But in the legendary West, slapping leather as a sacred ritual requires a bit more formality, and almost always results with someone riding away in a pine box. Duels are conducted in this way. They last exactly 3 rounds. Before the start of the duel, we give each duelist a hole card. So this is where I need to open up my dex box and I have to deal 1 card to red, which would be...
Red, are you willing to do the duel?
Uh, I think I have the best shot at it, but if
Actually,
someone
still
else
have your
wants
con-
to, if
do you
someone
still
else
have your
wants to do it, go.
Do you,
Feel
do you
free.
still have your conviction point?
I still
Actually-
have a point of conviction. Yes.
Okay.
I tell you what, I'm not going to use Decked Out. I'm going to use the combat tracker because it works just as well. So I'm just putting everyone but red. Everyone on red but on hold because it makes my life easier. And then I'm going to deal, and you do get to see their cards, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to deal a card to red. I'm going to deal a card to Joanna. Okay, so they're your whole cards.
I hate to
Okay.
interrupt. Will Shane boosting Red's shooting break the rules? Since he
Bystanders can support an ally as usual. Testing a duelist foe is frowned upon and might even discredit the ally on how obvious. But if you're quietly in the background, you can, of course, boost things as long as you're not too overt about it.
okay,
So-
I'm going to try to do that on the sly then. Boost her shooting.
Yeah. Now, obviously, by doing the combat tracker, you can see each other's cards, but it's meant to be. I don't mind. On the first and second round, bloodthirsty participants and any bystanders who may want to get involved are dealt an action card as usual. Okay, and they perform. Okay, I forgot that. So, I do get them cards. So,
We
Actually,
just
maybe I'll
want to
do
make
so.
sure nobody else steps in there with any ideas. That's what we're here for.
Mhm.
Sure, it's one-on-one.
I'm gonna not work on the first round. Bloodthirsty cards are distracted and a whole card. Okay, that's fine. So everyone else gets dealt a card as usual. I forgot to do that, so I'll give a card. I forgot this. Well, since I've done one of these, so let's get it. Let's do it. So the important part of Deadlands, the duel, isn't it? So we've got to get it done. Angry, Blackjack, and Shane. Right, there we go. So
Is Amos around anywhere near his sphere?
Amos will be at his spear, yes.
Amos, do you know anything about who created the rift in the first place?
No, he doesn't know there's a rift. He already said.
okay.
He already said.
Yeah,
He sensed the power build up. That's why I built it here. That's all he knows, I'm afraid. Okay, Isaac is a pacifist and doesn't hold with this sort of thing, so he's not going to get involved. Dan, however, is going to where's his persuasion? There we go. Is basically going to attempt to persuade Joanna that she's doing good. So that's a +2 to Joanna's going to get. Sally, how do you want to support Red in this first round of the duel?
I'm going to step over here, and I'm going to level my rifle at the other three. And I'm going to tell them, now y'all just want to step back and stay out of this? Because we already know your plan, and we know your crime. And I guess that would be intimidation.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I don't see a map. Is there a map up?
It's the one we've
Not
always
yet,
been
not
using.
until after the duel is resolved.
I just
Okay.
hit him with a 10 intimidation. I don't know if that helps or not, but
I'm going to I'm going to you're doing it as her backup, not her. So I'm going to say that's fine. That's a 10 intimidation against Dan, and a 10 intimidation against Maggie, and a 10 intimidation against Wendy. That didn't seem to do anything, which is a bit annoying. I was but probably because I didn't. That's annoying. That is very annoying. I was hoping it was going to do the nice rolls, but it didn't do it. Okay, I'll do it manually. I was hoping spirit check should have got you to target them, but technically you can't do anything to Joe because that would be deemed as bad. Okay, I'm going to say you successfully nobble them from supporting Joanna. Blackjack. Do you want
Did
to
Maggie
do
do anything?
No, Maggie's intimidated.
Okay. I'm gonna get close to the sphere and between Windy and whatever, got my hand on my gun, and I tell them, we found the body of So's, who was well liked in the town, and a body of, I've forgotten who they were, a bunch of travelers or something.
Her guards.
Oh, her guards, and it had your fingerprints all over it. And I'm doing intimidation. Do you want to explain yourself, or do you want to go to the slammer?
You're not saying that to Joanna, are you? Because that would be deemed as interfering with a duel, as I pointed out earlier.
Oh, well, I was kind of saying it to them collectively.
No, that's fine. You're giving out the evidence. I don't have a problem with that. That's absolutely fine. Sitting in the old orc is sitting in the saloon, sitting in the saloon watching this, and he says, "Let the bennies fly." That's good. Okay. Well, as I say, there, Wendy and Joanna are intimidated. Right, Joanna. Now what?
Tell him to get his butt out of the saloon and come out here in the
I think
rain.
I got to
with the
do
rest of
better
us.
than that.
Joanna is going to attempt to intimidate Red, because you're allowed to do things to Joanna, Red.
I did a little better.
Okay.
2 raises.
Okay, so Joanna, basically, Joanna just stares you down, Red, and going, "You don't want to do this. I'm going to put you in the ground." So you have to make a spirit check.
Okay, my spirit checks. Oh no, that's not true. Okay,
Don't
spirit
worry.
check.
No, not you. I'm talking to Red.
Red.
No, I want to roll
Oh.
spirit check.
Well, it won't do
Red
anything.
is
Red,
nothing.
Red, you have to make a
That was
spirit
my
check.
best roll of the day.
Okay. A raise on the test doesn't. Okay.
Can I use my spirit roll in support of Red?
You need to beat an 11. So, actually,
Red's got a bunch of bennies.
there we are. Apparently, if I roll the button, I think you can roll on the button. I got you a 9, which you are distracted by that, but you didn't get a raise. They didn't get a raise, so they don't get a whole card. Right.
Conviction hasn't been activated.
Can't
Spent it yet?
I can't Benny that spirit check?
You can if you want. You need to get a better than 11.
Use your conviction before.
Right.
Keep it going every round.
You had to drag. Did you drag the conviction into the chat window?
I just did.
She just did now.
No.
So, and I want to use a Benny and roll
I'm just going to.
spirit. Come on. Oh.
I mean, you're only distracted. I mean, it's -2 on the final thing. I wouldn't worry too much more. And everyone else gets killed.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Don't listen to Daz.
Oh, for God's sake.
You need to say something nice to the dice.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
change your
maybe.
dice. Work for me.
Doubles. You don't get to re-roll doubles?
No,
No.
I'm afraid you're distracted.
Yeah, it would appear that way. I'd really rather not be, but I am what I am, I guess.
So Shane is going to
Change those
not be.
dice back.
Shane's going to fade back, and while he's doing that, he's going to boost her shooting.
Okay.
Boost her what?
Her shooting die.
Her shooting. Nice.
Yes.
Isaac's also coming off hold. Go for it.
Come on, come on. There we go.
Wow. There's something.
All right.
Yay.
So that should be a raise with the boost trait.
It should
So
be.
she has added 2 die to her shooting.
D12?
Sorry?
D12.
Yeah, shooting.
Oh, actually, I don't know what her shooting is.
Okay, that's that. And then I'm just need to move the combat tracker up to there and do boost trait again. And this, I don't know if it's been fixed yet, but what we worked out on Tuesday is boost trait won't stack on the new combat tracker. So what I've found you have to do now is you actually have to change the name of you have to change the name from boost trait to something else, if that makes sense, and then you can add a second boost trait. So it's a workaround I found out. We have let them know it's an issue, so hopefully they'll fix it. But anyway, so while you're furtively casting boost shooting on red, Isaac casts belatedly, and that's my fault. boost spirit on red. Now, red, it's your turn. You can attempt to taunt or intimidate Joanna back if you want.
Oh, I'm going to use a taunt. And I said, you going to skin that smoke wagon, or you just talking pretty?
Nice.
Nice. Now we just got to get the dice on your side.
Yeah, really.
Go for it.
Come on, dice.
Come on, come on, come on.
Nope.
Yeah.
I see 666 coming up. Single 6. That's something.
Are you happy with an 11?
That's the one that sunk you, so go for it.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh,
Really?
Oh, that's horrible. That nearly got you an extra hole card, because that's the point. Getting your raises, get your hole cards. Jiminy is a new subscriber. Ooh, I think I've had one.
I can't Benny that either, can I?
Well, yes, you can
try
technically
again.
spend it. You can technically try and beat the 11 if you want. Technically, I mean, you should. You can't. You shouldn't, but I don't see why not. You want to beat an 11? Beat the 11.
Come on, come on, come on. Nope.
Okay.
That's where you started.
That's where we started. And last of this round is Angry Bear.
Angry Bear is going to start chanting
Okay.
and dancing and doing stuff that makes him look like he's boosting red. Basically, it's going to be a support role for her. So
Okay. Right. Now, the other choices you can do is you can choose to aim. You can choose to aim and stuff, except aiming because no weapons have been drawn. Marksman edge is perfectly legit, however. Okay, so that's to boost. That's to boost red. The red will get a +2 bonus on the next round. And Isaac got a Joker again.
Is it true that these gunslingers look undead and perhaps smell undead?
No, I don't believe they do.
Even though... okay.
I'm having to do some very dodgy dealing here because I don't want to roll the track around because you get to keep your cards. Sally on the 10. I need to keep track of what cards people have got before I do. Angry's on the 2 of spades, and now he's on the 8 of. Now he's on the better card. Okay, so Isaac's going first. He realizes he made a mistake, and obviously he's going to spend some more bennies on red. Oh, don't know where that ended up. That went very wrong. But I'm going to get a 12, which is going to give red, once I target red. Once I target red, that means red is going to get, because he thinks he knows how red works, he's going to think red's going to go and do another taunt. Hint, hint. You boost your taunt. Dan's not doing anything. He's intimidated. Shane West. We're running out of time, so what are you going to do?
I'm going to just go on hold and see, just have something ready in case the other teams act.
Yep. Angry Bear. I mean, to be honest, the best thing, you can just hold and wait and see what happens on the third round.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do is go on hold.
Okay.
At least
Red.
until red is gone.
Okay,
All
Red.
right.
You can try another taunt because that first one didn't get through. You get a +2 support bonus from Angry Bears chanting in the background. And also you suddenly feel, well, you're feeling quite warm and, you're feeling a good glow and you get a feeling this taunt's going to be extra good. And don't forget to spend a penny to maintain your conviction.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Just spend it. I'll
do that
take it.
now before I forget.
Yeah, be my guest.
All right.
Right. So give yourself a +2 bonus and make that taunt. You want a good one.
Okay.
And let me target Joanna because it seems to have lost the targeting on Joanna. There you go. Go for it.
So I can double click the taunt, or should I do the /taunt +2?
I just double click the taunt. I can add. Just double tick because the +2 cancels out your distraction, and I'll add 2 onto your result. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I trust you're done saying your prayers. Be ready to die.
Nice.
That's an 18 because obviously you're distracted and is cancelled out by Angry Bear. Okay, so Joanna gets to make a smarts check and gets a 4, which I think means 8, 12, 16. You get dealt. Okay, so she is now distracted, and you get dealt 3 additional hole cards. You're on the jack at the moment. Because I think next round you could pick a card to act on, you see. That's the idea of these hole cards.
I see.
Nice.
Sally.
So, in other words, I get to fire first.
Yes.
If you have the right card.
If I have the right card. Okay.
Yeah. Duels are voluntary and firing first isn't considered murder, so you can shoot first if you want to.
Yes.
Sally, do you want to go on hold or do you want to
I think
see
I'll
what
go
happens?
on hold because I know there's all kinds of problems, and I've got an eye on the ticky on the roof.
Indeed. Okay, I'm going to put the bad guys on hold as well. Blackjack. Going on hold seems like a good idea because then you can go when you want next turn. With athletics checks.
Okay, I'll go on hold.
Also,
Angry Bear is going to actually come off hold
Okay.
so that I can give red some more boosting.
That's a good point. Actually, you can boost red for next round. Yeah, that's a good point. So you
Should
can
I do some more intimidating?
You can't really do much to the opponents, really,
Okay.
because you can't affect Joanna, and you can intimidate the others if you want to, which will give them penalties next round. But that's about it.
Okay, she only gets a +1, but yeah.
You can target if you want to. You can target Wendy or Maggie or Dan, and then intimidate one of them if you want to. You can't intimidate more than one person technically at a time, from a test perspective. Likewise, if anyone else is on hold and wants to come off hold to provide bonuses to next round, because next round they draw and fire, which I had forgotten.
Right.
So it's
So I am going to give words of encouragement that I can do to Red, correct?
yeah.
Okay, so I am going to try to give her support, and I will use my massive persuasion.
Well, I get it plus. I think Red's got a +2 already, so that's okay. You can add another +2
All right, I'm
to
going to
that.
give words of
Max.
encouragement. You can do this right between the eyes, Red.
That's a +3 bonus to Red. That's a +3 total to Red. So unless anyone else
Are the
reacts,
ti-
it's down to your
Are
Joanna.
the Tommy knockers advancing, or are they just sitting?
They're moving into town. They're not actually there yet. They'll be where they are now. Is where they'll be as soon as the duel starts next round.
Okay.
Okay. Joanna is going to. She knows she got you, Red, but she's obviously going to try and press it in and goes right between the eyes. I'll just duck. You, however, will be pushing up the daisies in 2 minutes' time. And she gets an 8 on her intimidation. So you just need to roll spirit and be basically. Obviously, she can't make you distracted anymore, so she make you vulnerable. But if you get a 4 or less, she'll get a whole card. So don't want it. So it's up to you. So you just need to roll spirit. I can click it for you if you want. Oh, you've got to do it there. That's fine. You got a 9. Brilliant. I'm going to roll it here because the game. I can't see a way to actually manually put it in. So you're 1. Okay, here we go. The new round begins. Anyone who is not on hold is dealt a card for this round. If you're on hold, you stay on hold.
I'm going to drop my conviction. I'm going to use my conviction now.
Be my guest.
Oh, should I use it at the beginning of my turn instead of the whole turn?
Oh, just do it. It's fine. So,
okay.
What it really comes down to is Joanna has a choice of. Well, Joanna can only go on the 8 of hearts. What cards? You've got a fair few cards. Red. You've got you've got 2 2s, a 5, a jack, and a king. I'm assuming you're going to go on the king, are you?
Yes.
Use the jack. You only need the jack. Save the king.
No, it doesn't matter after this. No.
Okay.
At the start of the 3rd round, the duelists hold. Instead, both characters simultaneously reveal the whole card of their choice, usually the highest. So that would be the king. That's your action card for this round and determines who goes first. Okay, duels are voluntary. Okay, death and damage. If you have 1 or more additional cards higher than the foe, you have got 2. Yeah? You add a single D6 bonus to the first shot. Ignore the damage bonus if it shoots more than once. So basically, your first shot right now, yeah, you'll roll and shoot, roll the damage, and then roll 2 more 6-sided dice, and that gets added onto the damage. So, everyone else, anyone else is going on hold if they're going ahead of red, because I'm just saying so for sake of dramatization. Red, draw.
Okay.
Okay, that's a hit with a raise. Now roll your damage.
Nice job. Oh, there's hope. Look at this. Oh.
Okay. That's 3 wounds. Okay. Now, what you're going to do now is there's a the damage die that's down by the modifier box.
Yes. I see it.
Yeah, pick it up, sort of click on it and drag it and drop it in the chat so it rolls an extra dice like that. Okay, and do it again. Ignore my 10. That one's unfortunately a really good roll, but... Okay, so you do 22 points of damage with your shot. Are you happy with that?
Judging by those last 2 rolls.
That is 4 wounds.
Can I Benny the... I don't know.
That's your first... Let's just deal with that first shot.
Okay.
That's an average. That's a slightly better than average roll.
As she goes for a gun, you literally draw and put it right between the eyes, and down she goes. At which point,
Red.
Told you.
At which point,
nice.
All hell breaks loose.
He was just talking pretty.
Calhoun charges. Oh, let's lock tokens. Calhoun charges Jack with his cavalry saber. Jack, now, you can attempt an athletics because you're on hold.
I can use my athletics, or I can just shoot.
You have to make an athletics roll to interrupt him.
Okay.
Now, can he interrupt him before he gets that close?
Yeah, you can interrupt him as soon as he moves.
Yeah. So
couldn't I just shoot?
You critically failed. Your gun.
Or you can critically fail.
Or you can critically fail. So as you go to draw, unfortunately, the gun's all slick and wet and muddy, and unfortunately, your hand slips and you drop the gun in the mud as he slashes at you with his saber.
You forgot to take the little hammerlock thing off before you started to draw. So.
However, you dodge the blow to great effect. I'm just going to take Right. Okay. Shane, do you want to stay on hold or do you want to act?
Oh, I'm going to act. I see him going.
Yep.
And I am going to put a bolt into that boy.
Okay.
All right, I'll target him.
Picking up your gun's a free action. Don't worry. Don't worry, Shane. Jack.
Okay,
You,
thank you.
you can still pick up the gun and shoot him.
Thank you.
Okay,
Oh,
you
he's got-
successfully cast Bolt, but he dodges the card unless you want to reroll.
Okay, yeah, I will do that.
Bear in mind, everyone, remember the second thing you have to do?
Yeah, we gotta blow up the ball, I think, don't we?
You do indeed.
Well, did we confront them with evidence? Did we?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you-
redo that,
case?
and
You did.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what Red did,
we
and
did.
you stood there and stood, and then Red's been put down. So not Red, sorry, Joanna's been put down. Okay, right, you shake.
There. No, I've got Brenny's to burn. So, all right.
That was on
He
Dan,
puts
was
a
it?
bolt right. Yep, that was Daniel. He puts a bolt right into his heart.
That's the end of Dan. Red, you've got an offhand.
No, and Shane says
you
nobody
kindly.
hits our undead guy.
Red.
Nobody even tries.
Red, with your first shot, you put down Joanna. What do you want to do with your second gun?
I'd like to make say a short word and say that's for so's, and I will.
You still have all your boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to break that ball, so I guess I'll shoot the ball.
Yeah, make a shooting roll.
No, shoot. Anybody can shoot the ball. You can shoot one of the.
No. It's in keeping, is it?
Sorry.
Red goes bang and then bang. Go for it, Red.
Okay.
I'm sure the rest of you can put them down. There we go. You shoot the ball and it explodes and shatters with a resounding crack. And Amos screams, "No, you'll kill us all!" But that isn't what happens. And all the Tommy knockers are sucked into the ceiling void.
Is there a storm of lightning coincidental with it?
They're sucked into
No,
the
there's a
void.
little bit of thunder.
No, we need lots of lightning.
And then
Oh, there we go.
And then it almost instantly the rain stops.
Oh.
Almost instantly the rain stops. Sally, what do you do?
I train my rifle on the others and go, okay, now if you want to hand over that knife and come down to the sheriff's with us, that would be quite lovely of you.
Okay, that sounds like is that to Maggie or Wendy or or do you?
That's to the surviving gunslingers.
Yep. Okay. How persuasive are you or intimidating are you?
I've got the same on both, and taunt as well.
Go for it.
Oh, we got lots of bennies and the game is over.
You got some bennies at the game. I think Blackjack's going to murder them, but you can make them. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
If the intimidation works, he drops his weapon.
I know. Mutilating Maggie Goff's obviously not affected. Wendy Watley is just playing with her cards. So no. Wendy Watler. Oh, I've got so many bennies. I want them to go down. They're bad. They're baddies. I don't want them. I want you guys to. It's Deadlands. Everyone should end up in Boot. All the bad guys should end up in Boot Hill, shouldn't they?
Wow, their dice aren't much better than ours right now. Oops.
Unfortunately,
Thankfully.
they think they can avenge.
They're going to be stubborn about it, are they?
They're going to be stubborn. In fact, one of Maggie Scoff's answer is to fire at you and miss. Wendy Watley is basically decides that what she's going to do is throw a card at the ground. I'm going to do there, I think, because that gets most of you. I'm definitely spending bennies on this.
Crit fail, crit fail, crit. Aw.
Okay, the card lands upon the ground and bursts into flame.
I gather it's not dodgeable.
But a burst is not available according to the power description. Blast,
Okay.
rather. Shane is shaken. Blackjack is shaken. Angry Bear is shaken. Do you know yourself rolling consistently the same on the dice here? Isaac is shaken. And Red takes a wound. Typical. So you can spend bennies if you want to. If you don't want to be shaken, obviously you can just spend a benny and drop it on the shaken dice if you want to unshake. Or you can wait your turn. Red, however, you've obviously caught the worst of the blast, and therefore you're going to take a wound. I think he's going to run. I think I can break for it.
Can I can spend a Benny to
I spent the Benny, dropped it on the log, and on the dice in the log, it didn't re-roll.
That's because I hadn't applied it yet to you. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. If you want to psych, just spend a Benny and I'll make a vigor check, Red, to dive out of the way. Check. Not you, Red.
Oh, okay. Well, then that roll doesn't count. I thought. So how do I re-roll my?
You don't roll anything. You spent a Benny. You're fine.
You just spend the Benny to unshake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. Angry Bear, you unshake. Obviously, Wendy Watley starts running as well after that as well. I say running, but you know what I mean. They're not running. They're backing away as quickly as they can. Angry Bear, what do you do?
Angry Bear is obviously going to run.
Okay.
In order to close that difference, and we are going to wild attack.
Okie dokie.
Old Wendy Watley into W's.
Okay, you're gonna chop Wendy Watley into W's. Go for it.
That's not Wendy. That is Wendy.
I missed the old poker table.
Mutilating Maggie because I'll bet she's the one that cut Sola.
I think it was. Oh yeah, mutilating Maggie's the one with the knife. Although I must admit, Crybaby had a lot of knives as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but he blew up.
Yeah, he did blow up.
That should have been an exploding daggers attack if he had a lot of knives.
You know what? I think I want to Benny that damage. That seems a little weak.
She's dead.
There's better. Not by much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you incapacitate her.
And I've still got a little bit more movement, so I'm going to start coming this way towards good old Maggie.
Towards Maggie. Isaac's not going to do much. That leaves us on Blackjack. If he puts mutilating Maggie down, it's all over.
Pick up his pistol from the ground and give it to Maggie. So fingers crossed. Ooh, an 8 with a reroll. Nice.
Roll for damage.
A little bit of damage coming up. What's that gonna be? I think I might Benny that since I have so many bennies and it's the end. Oh, she already died? That was it? Okay, good enough.
They were wild cards, but they lost it due to times. Okay.
Okay.
You come to the streaming wreckage of Carter's device. You wipe the rain from your eyes. You see the strange portal is closed. All the Tommyknockers are either dead or gone, presumably back into the hunting grounds. You look up into the sky for the Thunderbirds, but see nothing but dark rolling storm clouds, slowly retreating into the Black Hills. Distant lightning flashes twice more. Low thunder rolls, then fades, and the rain stops. I know I already said it, but that's... Deadwood lives on for a little longer at least.
Yay.
Marshal Bullock extends a hand, helping you up out of mud. He looks around at the carnage, tips his hat, and says, "Thanks, friends. That was a hell of a thing. I don't know if the town would still be standing without you. You have my thanks and a favour any time you want. Calamity Jane and Charlie Utter appear out of the darkness, covered in mud. Thanks, strangers, says Charlie. Jane pulls a flask of something strong and takes a drink and offers it to each of you. I ain't seen nothing like that. Don't reckon I will again. Hell, even Wild Bill would be amazed. Jane thinks for a moment, then pulls something out of her vest pocket. This is one of the bullets taken from Bill's gun. He never got a chance to fire 'em. I want you to have it. And so would Bill. He hands it obviously to Red, obviously. Wild Bill's 6.36 caliber bullets will obviously it's a one shot, so it doesn't matter, but if he's running in a campaign, will deal an additional +4 damage and can wound anything on Earth. Regardless of
I'm gonna check the bodies for the missing knife and give it to Angry Bear.
Jane gives you one of them. She obviously Jane gives you one of them. She has no idea they're magical. She doesn't realise they're that good. She just loves Bill. That's where we leave it. Hope you enjoyed one, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you for running.
Josh. That was a lot
thank
of
you.
fun.
No, thank you for the dice. Thank you for the session. And good job, Red, and everybody else.
Congratulations,
I don't
you.
know about that using bennies and giving them to the GM thing on the Deadlands. It's deadly enough as it is.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, that Jiminy, he's out of control.
Well, funny you should mention Jiminy. I haven't bought it yet, but I'm not sure when I'll get a chance to run another Savage Saturday. But the next Savage Saturday, I will probably run because I'm still doing the sci-fi companion. I will probably run the other because this is we last time we ran the third Savage Saturday adventure. This time we've run the second one. I like doing it backwards. So that leaves the first one that have been converted to Fantasy Grounds. There is a couple more that have just been released. They haven't been done yet. And Jiminy did the conversion for the next one. I can't remember what it's called. So the next Savage Saturday, we will go back to another Savage Saturday cinema, but I'm not sure when that is, and I'll obviously let you know once and for all. Okay, so Pathfinder on Tuesday, Rippers on Sunday, and yeah, we'll see you all then. Take care. Have fun.
Thank you for the invite.
Nice playing with you.